I was down so long, it was hard to get up. So this right here, my pride had to pick it back up. Safe got low, had to fill it back up. She broke my heart, but it's healing back up. It ain't hard to get sex, but it's hard to get love. Times get hard, tell me who do I hug? Everybody ops, tell me who do I bust? Everybody fake, tell me who do I trust? I was down so long, it was hard to get up. Dropped my pride, had to pick it back up. Faith got low, had to build it back up. She broke my heart, but it's healing back up. It ain't hard to get sex, but it's hard to get love. Times get hard, tell me who do I hug? Everybody ops, tell me who do I bust? Everybody fake, tell me who do I trust? I open my mind, I'm collecting my grind. You just laughing online, but I laugh to the bank. I load up the 9, I'm not wasting my time. You ain't talking about cash, I go deaf like Tank. Yeah, you know I ride with a Glock and a shank. Listen, there's some money outside, I'ma make me some. I'm about to fuck the world till it make me come. My track coach, only nigga ever made me run. Like damn, what a better days. Own all my masters, I used to be a slave. Man, I take shots, I don't really throw shade. People only love you when they see you getting paid. Crime rate is rising, I'm ducking the sirens. The police be wildin', and then there's the virus. My city is violent, they say I'm a tyrant. I smoke on the loud, but we suffer in silence. I was down so long, it was hard to get up. Dropped my pride, had to pick it back up. Faith got low, had to build it back up. She broke my heart, but it's healing back up. It ain't hard to get sex, but it's hard to get love. Times get hard, tell me who do I hug? Everybody ops, tell me who do I bust? Everybody fake, tell me who do I trust? I was down so long, it was hard to get up. Dropped my pride, had to pick it back up. Safe got low, had to fill it back up. She broke my heart, but it's healing back up. It ain't hard to get sex, but it's hard to get love. Times get hard, tell me who do I hug? Everybody ops, tell me who do I bust? Everybody fake, tell me who do I trust? Gotta go, get the money, gotta go, get the money, gotta go, get the money, get the money, gotta go, gotta go, get the money, gotta go, get the money, gotta go, get the money, get the money, gotta go, gotta go, get the money, gotta go, get the money, gotta go, get the money, get the money, gotta go, gotta go, get the money, gotta go, get the money, gotta go, get the money, get the money, gotta go. I was down so long, it was hard to get up. Dropped my pride, had to pick it back up. Faith got low, had to build it back up. She broke my heart, but it's healing back up. It ain't hard to get sex, but it's hard to get love. Times get hard, tell me who do I hug? Everybody ops, tell me who do I bust? Everybody fake, tell me who do I trust? I was down so long, it was hard to get up. Dropped my pride, had to pick it back up. Safe got low, had to fill it back up. She broke my heart, but it's healing back up. It ain't hard to get sex, but it's hard to get love. Times get hard, tell me who do I hug? Everybody ops, tell me who do I bust? Everybody fake, tell me who do I trust? Yeah, true love. Yeah. Tell me who do I trust? Yeah. You know they say hard times don't last long, but stay solid, cause strong people do. Go get the money.
Yes, sir. Listen, hold on, man. We got some good things that's popping in the building right now. We got music that's sounding great. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that last track we was just playing? Did y'all hear that last track we was just playing? Shout out to my man, the one and only Cool Peoples. Listen, we get people in this building, man. I'm serious. Audacity, you know, you my witness. We get people in this building that be like, yo, we haven't seen this person, or I work with this person, or I can't wait to meet this person. And it's like, we got to get that person back in the building. You know what I mean? Because sometimes, you know, this brother's making so much good music, and sometimes people sleeping on him. You know what I mean? And Audacity hates to tell me sometimes, don't be asking that shit. Why they sleeping on him? I feel that they sleeping on him sometimes, Audacity, because he's one of the realest artists out there, man. realest. Don't look at me like I'm crazy.
I
You
don't
know
feel,
he one of
I
the
don't,
realest
he
out
one of
here.
the realest, but I don't feel like they sleeping. I don't
they
feel like
sleeping?
they're sleeping.
Man, I just feel that he could be on a higher platform. He's going. He's on his way up there.
It's a lot. If he's sleeping, it's a lot of people waking up.
Listen, we keep on
That's what I
talking about. You know how you always talking about people behind their back and everything like that. Instead of us talking behind this brother back, we're gonna bring him into the building, man. Shout out to that brother, Cool People.
What's good? What's good? What's good?
Yo, what's good, my brother? How you feeling?
Man, I feel amazing. How y'all feeling?
All right, all good, man. Listen, man, it's right here, man. This song right here, that's jamming, bro. I like that. What's that song about? Where you get that from? What's going on there?
A lot of people had pandemic babies. I guess I made some pandemic tracks. I guess this right here was one of the things that just came out of the pandemic. Me being in the house, stuck, you know. Just battling what I battled, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with my demons, that's all.
So, were you having any pandemic babies?
No, ma'am.
I mean, we haven't seen you in a minute. We have to keep,
You gotta
briefed up.
No, ma'am. Not to my knowledge, you know.
Not to
my knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Not to my knowledge.
So, I mean, I do want to bring something up. The last time that you were here, we were like, Dag, where did he go?
Oh, man.
We were supposed to let you out. We were like, where did the man go?
Yeah.
So we call you Spider-Man now.
Yeah, man, they said you jumped through, you climbed the walls and everything, bro. We couldn't find the video.
Yeah.
You took off, you hopped out over the daggone gate. I said, wow, how did he do that? I was like, man, cool out there. We don't get a few pictures before we go, right?
Nah.
We don't get a few pictures before we go. Cool out there because he can't go nowhere because the gate is locked. He can't go nowhere. Bro, I went out there, that nigga's gone. I was like, where did he go? How did he get out of here? What did he do?
What you say?
Spider-Man out this bitch.
It's like that when you used to, getting away from trouble. You know what I'm saying? Got to go. No face, no case, no trace, you know? But this time y'all made sure, wait, let's get a photo right now before you go anywhere. We got to get this photo right now.
I was like, let me get one.
Before
I was
we
trying
do
to get him to
anything.
get out of here, and then they were talking. I was like, I'm about to get this photo with Coop. And then I looked, that brother was gone.
Gone.
Everybody else was looking around like, where'd he go? They said,
Yeah,
how did
it's
he get
gone.
out?
Yo, he was Spider-Man for real, my brother.
Now you got to know all your exit points. You got to know everything.
You ain't playing.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't playing prepared and out of there.
Yeah.
So let's get into this. So you had a busy weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So tell me what the show that you were in yesterday.
Oh, yeah, the Legends Only tour. It was really lit. Shout out to Chicken and Backwoods.
Chicken and Backwoods?
Yeah, shout out to the whole Miami. Shout out to Currency, Smoke Dizzle, Big Crit. I think Jadakiss was down here December 1st for the first day of the Legends Only tour.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, that was pretty lit, for sure.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite part of, just being at the show yesterday and performing? What was your most memorable?
My favorite part is always the crowd, the feedback, the secret executives that be in there that you can't really tell, be working for labels or marketing companies or what have you. But it was man, that thing was amazing. I had fun.
All right.
I can't wait to do it again.
So now you said that you were in a Cypher. Is that what that happened yesterday, or was that something that already happened?
The Chicken and Backwoods Cypher, we already did it. They just
Okay.
dropped the video. Literally,
YouTube,
like,
where is it at?
yeah, it's on YouTube. I sent it to your DM. I think I did. I think my folks sent it to you. But yeah, though, freshman class for the 2022.
We definitely gotta congratulate you on
Man,
that. So
congratulations.
the first annual freshman class. We got Cool Peoples in here. He's the first. He's one of the inductees for Chicken and Backwoods.
For sure.
So that's very dope. I know there's a lot more that's coming here for you.
Yeah, I receive all my blessings that's coming to me. I take everything like a man and I stand on it.
How did you get connected with Chicken and Backwoods?
Shout out to Lamb. Lamb been running this thing for some years. That thing started, excuse me, started running the showcase in his backyard. Then he started rocking it literally out of a U-Haul truck, the back of a U-Haul truck. Like,
Oh, that's dope.
yeah, that was some player shit. Like,
So basically, how long has he been doing that? Let's speak about that because Audacity was showing me another artist that did something similar. And we get to that.
I can't call it for how long. I think I've been rocking with him for some, I don't know, probably like 2 years. I can't recall. Don't start me.
Okay.
Lying, yeah.
All right. So you've been rocking with it for some years. It shouldn't just pop up out of nowhere. So he's been doing it for some time.
See, the beautiful thing about it is Lamb is actually an artist. Usually when artists do things like this, we pretty much get it damn near close. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much how it is. You feel me? He an artist, so he know what the artist would like, what the artist would want. Come to you from an artist perspective.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's what's up.
Shout out to Zach Ty. I see you tuning in right now. So we got Cool Peoples here in the building. You got any questions? You got any questions or anything like that for him? Please.
Word.
All right. So so now what he was talking about that there's another guy that has a concept. Have you heard of La Russell?
Yeah.
All right.
I thought it was L.A. Russell.
No, it's La Russell.
La Russell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how he does his shows out his backyard.
Word.
All right. So I thought that was a dope concept because it's like you're bringing people back to, where you started off,
For
your
sure.
home. And they're right there. You're in your own backyard and you're doing your shows. And just everything from the marketing, going forward. Now he's doing things where his fans are involved as well and are able to get like a percentage off of what he makes as well.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that? And was that something that you would, the concept that he is doing, was that something that you would think about doing?
I mean, it's genius. Shout out to that kid. Shout out to anybody who repping the underground, for anybody who repping the underdogs. I love what he doing. I see him doing this thing. He going viral. We need more like it. You know what I'm saying? That's positive. That's what we need. You know what I'm saying?
So this whole chicken and backwoods thing, man, you becoming a freshman, we got to show the people what happened. Show the Cypher. I got it ready. Got it lined up. You want to tell anybody anything about it before we get on it?
Nah, just shout out to all the freshmen, man. Shout out to Chicken and Backwoods. Shout out to everybody who repping the underground, the indies, and the underdogs.
That's what I'm talking about.
Shout out to DJ Manny Max.
Shout out to Manny Max.
Right.
You already know what it is. Cool people, holler at them.
Damn, okay, now listen, I'm a born sinner. Being broke is unusual, like a warm winter. The land spinner, the fans vendor. You used to be the man, now you a bitch like a transgender. I'm bringing the city back, tell them to give me that. I don't like pets, but I'm in love with a kitty cat. They say I'm ahead of time, money I let it shine. Cause all my honeys got the blue face like Mega Mind. Chicken and backwoods, money to stack good. You ain't really gangsta, homie, you only act hood. I'm catching the breeze, I'm just watching the king of thieves. And I think Nas got the cure to the king disease. Bringing the heat alone, it's like we don't see the wrong. I want my people on the same page like a read along. Stay in your place, kid, ain't going to waste, kid. I be counting money, getting head like a lace wig. Always staying scrapped, you can't play with me, boy. I'm in the field breaking tackles like I'm Shady McCoy. I be bringing the damn flow, just letting your mans know. Went from a hoopty to me and Lamb in the Lambo. Cool people. This that Chicken and Backwoods Cypher.
You damn right it is. What else would it be? Next up, we got the Lauderdale landlord.
That's my man right there. Hold on. That's my man right there. What's his name right there?
Shout out to Chicken and Backwoods.
Chicken and Backwoods, man. They got some. I said my man about to come up with the next freestyle right there. I got.
Yeah, shout out to OG Curb.
OG Curb. Okay, I seen them. We was back. I saw, man, it was a lot of these brothers was at the. Shout out to my man Ken Jones and Rick Ross, and listen, like they had a lot of these artists that was at the video shoot, and some of them I didn't even know who they were. You know what I'm saying? And like I saw the one dude that's got the crazy, the hair crazy and stuff. Like he was out there. To a lot of people. So man, they be bringing the city out. And shout out to Big Bang. Shout out to it's Life Row Records. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Life Row. My bad, Audacity. I caught you up again. Yeah. So shout out to Life Row, man. And man, I love it, man. What was you at, Cool, man? Why wasn't you at the? I was looking around, saying, man, Cool People's gonna be pulling up in a minute at the Ken Jones about that video shoot.
Nah, I just be working, man.
Man, Cool be tied up, man. He be everywhere though.
I stay out the way, man. I don't be with all. I be out the way.
Man, I saw Blaze Carter pull it up. It was a lot of, you know what I mean, artists that pull it up, and I was like, I know Cool about to pull up in a minute. I was like, where he at? But he ain't come out to that one. That's what's up though. But he got, like I
out
said,
the way, man. I'm in the lane for elite group of players. You know what I'm saying? We doing our own thing. That's pretty much how it is. Yep. But shout out to everybody again who repping the underground, man. Everybody who got a voice for the voiceless. That's all.
So yeah, man. I wanna see you got a new video coming out, right? Or did you do it?
Yeah, I got a few new videos coming out. Just stacking up material. Okay. One of my coworkers call it merchandise, but yeah.
Your merchandise?
That's what they call it.
We know you just recently dropped a new song right back.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who checking it. They going crazy in my DMs for that. The support is love, man. I love it, man. It ain't no place like home. You heard me? Mm-hmm. Ain't no place like home.
That's dope. What more this year can we expect from you? Like as far as show wise.
Well, man, I got a lot of festivals coming in 2K23, but I want to headline my own tour. Underground version, you know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna do.
Now,
we're gonna make it happen.
When you keep using the word underground, does that kind of break you away from the mainstream artists? Is that because it's a lot of artists that may not be the Jay-Z's, the Beyonce's, the Drakes, but did you want some Coke? No? Okay. If it's some Drakes or whatever, but on top of all that, these artists are making money. They're still booking shows. They're still making, like doing your tours and still making money and selling merchandise and things like that.
I feel like when people are underground, they still able to bring more of their authenticity.
That's real.
So when they get to mainstream, it's almost kind of like where they're controlled a little bit more on what it is that they can put out and how they project to the world. Like everybody used to be like, oh, such and such was hot before they got on. Before this, listen to their mixtapes, and then you hear them and they don't sound nothing like what they used to sound like.
Ooh, yeah.
And it's just kind of like, where did it get watered down at?
I don't know if it's okay. Yeah, it's watered down. You can say it's watered down for sure.
So I feel like you get the grime. You can get the grime or whatever it may be. With the underground. As far as when you come out, and you can still keep some of it. People, you're gonna change regardless. You're gonna, because wherever you're at in music and where you're at in your life, the more money that you make, you're not gonna be in the same groups that you used to be in. You're not gonna be around the same places that you used to be around. Mm-hmm. So we're expecting people to change, but it's just funny how sometimes when it's like when they put them on, then it's just like a whole change to what some of what their belief systems were or whatever they stood for.
That's 1,000% accurate. It's all about who you choose for your boss to be.
Mm-hmm.
You could choose it to be yourself, and you set the guidelines, the curriculum, or you could work for somebody else, and you got to oblige.
Do you want to stay independent, or would you want to get a deal?
Independent is what I'd rather do. I'm not opposed to a deal, but independent is pretty much what I'd rather do.
Now, we had an artist in here recently where he spoke on getting signed to a label. He's actually he has some labels that are actually battling for him right now, but he's gonna take a deal just to see what it is that he's missing. But he's gonna go back to being independent.
Yeah, a lot of artists have done that.
Is that something that you're thinking about?
Yeah, I'm open to it, but that's pretty much what you use the deal for. What a deal should be used for. It should be like a stepping stone or a platform.
But people get that money, man,
and they get stuck.
They get stuck. So you do it. Say you get $2 million, you get $2 million, right? Mm-hmm. So a $2 million deal, and then the money that you're constantly spending on a monthly basis have increased substantially since you were just by yourself, because now you got chains, you got watches, you got clothes, you got to go do this all the time. You can't wear the same thing over and over again.
And they still owe that money back. They don't realize that the money is just a loan.
It's a loan.
So
then you got to pay it back, right? So you got to pay the money back. You know what I'm saying? Like, F them, bro. I love my own merchandise, my own shirts. Make sure y'all go to BehindBackstage.com. We got the shirts coming to y'all soon. And I wear my own shit. They can't tell what I can't wear. They can't tell me what color I can wear, how many times I can wear it, and everything else. Shoot.
You can't wear orange no more.
Kiss my ass. Anyway, so yeah, though. Yeah, but get into it, like they get stuck because you got to pay back that 20. They got to pay back that $2 million, and now the record sales is paying back the $2 million, and they really only getting a little bit of money out of that. So they might get like 10 grand or something like that. Yeah. Now they got to do it. Now they got to go ahead and do a whole nother deal. You know what I mean? And now it's more money because you're like, shit. Now I could take 10 mil, but you're not thinking about repaying that right away, and that's what people get caught up. You know what I'm saying? But a distribution deal, on the other hand, that's different. You know what I'm saying? You can go ahead and do a distribution deal and still stay independent and, you know what I mean,
but
do your thing.
With a distribution deal, that's, again, you kind of choosing who you want your boss to be.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Most people don't realize in many cases with a distribution deal, you have to meet them halfway.
Yep.
So it's a partnership.
It's still a partnership, yeah, but it's usually like a 50-50 distribution deal or something like that. If not, a little bit more.
I'll put up $500K or whatever, what have you. You meet me with this, but this is what I want on my return with my interests, and that's how I go.
Have anybody came to you with any deals like that? And
I wish somebody would offer me a distribution deal. I had several record deals, but a distribution deal would be marvelous. Just betting on yourself, you know what I'm saying?
So you never tried to deal with like Empire or anything like that?
No, not yet, man. I got a lot of label deals. I got a lot of label deals on the table, but I don't know. It take a long time. It ain't really as like most people find out. Like, oh, you got an offer next month. You're signed. It's usually like that when you don't take your time and read through things, and you know what I'm saying. Like, you got to really make sure everything is everything, because once you sign, you sign.
So like Dave Chappelle said, they said I think perpetuity in the universe with his name that Comedy Central owned for the Dave Chappelle show, and he couldn't go anywhere else in the world or universe. You hear me? They use the word universe in that contract. He can't even leave Earth and go to Mars and go ahead and do the Dave Chappelle show on Mars. You know what I mean? Or the Dave Chappelle show from Mars or nothing, because they got the whole universe locked in with his name. Until he went ahead and went to the people and about the money that Comedy Central never paid him. But I was listening to the brother Cat Williams that said they offered, remember when they offered Dave Chappelle $50 million? Yeah. They said they were supposed to give him $500 million. So they was like, well, we can't give you that much money. It's too much money. It's too much money. Yeah. But they already made the money. So how? Why? How can I take back $50 million to my people and tell them I got a good deal or this and that? Basically he already made the money. The first Chappelle show already made the money. That's why they gave him even more for the second and third season.
Yeah, they'll rob you with no pistol.
They'll rob you with no pistol. You right, Cool?
Yeah, they'll get you, boy.
They'll get you. So you got to know. Now, when it comes down to lawyers, bro, do you feel that it's a certain ethnicity of lawyers that you should get? Should you get a black lawyer? Should you get your Jewish lawyer? Should you get a white lawyer? Whatever. Do you feel that way? I know growing up, and when you see people rob you that's dealing with drugs and everything like that, they will say get a Jewish lawyer because those ghost things and people like that will get you off. Or they said that those lawyers are excellent at their job. You know what I'm saying? And they'll get you money if you're suing somebody else or whatever it may be. That's what I was taught when I was growing up in New York. You know what I'm saying? Now down here may be a little bit different. I'm not sure, but how do you look at it? Like, should we go with our own? Like right now, should we be going with our own people as lawyers, or are we just going with who's gonna get us the right deal or money or what?
For those, I'm sure most people know this, but it's different type of lawyers. You feel me? For different things. So you may need an entertainment lawyer. You probably will need an entertainment lawyer. Definitely. But it depends on what you need a lawyer for. Like, some artists need lawyers for totally different reasons.
Right.
Why other artists need lawyers, like free those guys who going through what they're going through. Right. But when you're in some criminal things, unfortunately, you got to go like how the streets say. You got to act your wage, you got to get what you could afford. If you're a multi-millionaire, then it's a no-brainer. But if you ain't got it, then you literally got to get what you can afford. Right. That's why some of these I guess you could say shooters that be getting locked up, you having public defenders.
Right, because they can't afford a regular lawyer.
But that's usually how it works, though, man.
Now, when it comes down to the streets and music and hip hop, is it easy for you to fall? Not you, but artists to fall into. And then I'm gonna ask about yourself. But is it easy for these artists to fall in these type of predicaments or put them in themselves where maybe a shooting or something that's going on, or even divulging some crime that they may have done before in their rhymes, or a crime that somebody else did in their rhymes, or whatever like that? Is it easy to fall into that environment as an artist?
No. Let me ask you a question. Is it hard for you guys to fall into that environment?
As a consumer?
From where you stand in life?
Growing up, yeah. Cause
I'm talking right now.
Now, no. But growing up, because I mean, I debated this with my father forever when I was growing up, and how hip hop did not influence us, the way we think, we did the way we dress, of course, but the way we think and the way we act too. It influenced the way we act really more. Sometimes, not everybody, but bro, I was listening to DMX. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Jay-Z and all these other artists, New York artists that was, street niggas that was doing it. So we were doing certain things that we shouldn't have been doing. But we watching Belly all the time. You know what I'm saying? We're watching Scarface all the time. And you turn into that gangster, or want to be gangster, whatever you want to call it. But
that's not, I gotta.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I gotta beg to differ, man.
Go ahead. I ain't gonna mess.
You from the top north, right?
Yeah.
That's where y'all from, up top. That's what we call it.
From Buffalo.
Here. Where y'all from, we say that's up top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right. It be brick up there, right? Okay. I'm sure you guys are used to the mafia movies.
Yes.
Y'all big on the Scarface.
Yes.
Y'all know about the Cocaine Cowboys.
Yes.
So how come it's not the same with movies?
It is. That's what I'm saying. It is. That's what I'm saying. Like, we were watching Belly. We were doing Belly shit.
Let me put this to you.
Go ahead, Audacity.
All
she
right.
was around. She knows what's up.
Through both of my pregnancies, I watched Scarface every day. Don't ask why. It was one of my favorite movies.
And she was playing the Scarface game.
On PlayStation 2.
Yes.
Okay.
And winning it better than he was.
Was.
So let me tell
My
you,
ass in VR though.
it can get to you. We used to own a store at one time.
Yeah. What'd you do, Audacity?
I was watching Scarface in there, and this guy came in there, and he went and he looked at me, and he was like, he was playing on one of the games that we had sitting up there. And he went, just like one of the little arcade games, and he's able to win money off of it. He goes and he thought he was about to grab the money. I pulled out the gun so quick, and I was like, you little cockroach. Like it was, but my head was just.
And you blaming this on Tony.
I'm blaming it on Tony. I'm blaming it on Tony.
She's blaming it on
I just
Tony?
came straight off. I just came off straight off Scarface.
Okay,
Yo.
as far as the consumers, right? I feel it's totally sane and possible to believe that, hey, man, what I'm consuming can influence me. That's why they use the word consume, because it definitely can influence you. Others, probably not. As far as the dealers,
Don't tell my dad I said that.
or us who are distributing to the consumers,
Right.
I don't feel it's as hard. I just feel like a lot of us come from that already.
Right.
So maybe your past catching up to you. Or the music is slow. It's also a business.
But the same, everything's going. I mean, I agree, but these things are still going on around us, no matter what. They're going on around us in our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you're influenced by something at some point.
You're still getting influenced.
How my father always told me, he said, your eyes and your ears are the windows to your soul. Whatever goes in is what comes out.
I understand that, and I feel it can definitely
So,
influence
I mean,
one.
we're a product of our environment.
That's real, but
So-
I still feel that a lot of these artists don't be influenced by it either already happened to them or they're faking.
Yeah. I feel a lot, I feel a lot of faking.
Yeah.
That's
But now some are doing it just to be relevant, so that they're able to talk about it in their raps. Like when it comes down to, I don't know 100% how it is, but my understanding when it comes down to drill music, they're doing these crimes and they putting it right in the rap straight afterwards. They got beef with this person, they got beef with that person, so they're telling everything that's going on now. So when something do happen, now the police just go and listen to the rhymes, and then they know this person has the problem. Now they just got to put them in that place.
What's the difference? What's different from whatever? I'm looking right here at a big Eazy-E picture, right? Rest in peace to Eazy-E.
R.I.P.
And on the song, dang, what's the name of this song, man?
Okay, right
there. Okay, bomb. On the song, he was talking about how he had to shoot somebody and this and that and that and that and that and that. What's different from back then and now?
It's nothing.
It's
nothing is different.
Some people were lying and using other people's stories.
So if you're talking
but
about
they were,
that sense,
and now
it's
other
nothing,
people
there's nothing
that's
different.
actually doing it now, thinking that back then they were telling the truth when they were lying. So they're listening to these newer artists, and these newer artists are telling the truth. Not all of them, but some of them are telling the truth about.
And they're telling on themselves on social media.
And that's another problem. That's another problem. Social media got us twisted. We all
they like I just killed such and such on 67th today. Like
I don't see why y'all so baffled by this.
No, it's not about being baffled. It's the fact that people always told on themselves. It's the thing is that social media is just right here, and you're just like, people is doing this on live. And they're like, all right, here, this when we didn't have social media, people who weren't able to do this stuff right there live in front of you. They were, but I'm saying for the world to see. That's why, because you got people that had not seen that type of stuff, and they weren't able to see that type of stuff live, so they're not seeing that. Everything was a movie to them.
I feel like everything is the same, just with
it got magnified. It got magnified.
Okay, there we go.
They magnified even more.
Ego used to be the biggest problem, right?
Yeah.
Well, ego today is the biggest problem. People are really going live just to show you, hey, I kill you. I have killed this person. Literally,
right.
Just for ego.
Yeah.
Just so you can have a reputation.
Your street cred.
Okay, street cred. Back then, it was the same thing.
Yeah.
Only difference is the main thing that fed the ego more than anything on earth was money. And now social media somehow trumped that.
Yeah.
They got money. They got money, and they still doing stupid shit.
Cause ego right now,
it is ego.
The biggest thing is the ego. Back then, money fed the ego. Money was the biggest thing because it fed the ego.
Right.
Now the ego's eating off of clout.
Yeah.
It's way easier to get than money.
Now, talking about Clout, rest in peace to Takeoff.
R.I.P. Takeoff.
And I'm bringing this up because it is it's two people. Allegedly, we have Adonis and this girl Samantha. Samantha claims that she had been with Takeoff and all this stuff. She was there, while he was over at the, when he was over at the party and everything. So this is what they claim, but as stuff had got unraveled, it started coming down that allegedly were just clout chasers, and they were lying about the whole situation because he set up a whole interview with her and all stuff. Now this is his ex, supposedly his ex. So it's a lot of stuff, and I see people try to feed off of people after they pass away, and they try to clout chase and say, hey, I was with that person or I did that person. How do you feel about that? As far as artists, I know you pretty much know artists that they either if they passed away or anything like that, and then you had people, I was friends with them and I did that, I did this with them. Like we even have Virgil, his his girl came out and was like, yo, people was clout chasing, they was saying they was his friend and everything. How you feel about that?
Excuse me. I don't know. I guess I'm neutral to it because it happened so much in the street way before it was happening.
Right.
Well, way before I noticed it happened in the industry. It was happening in the street. As far as the industry, I feel like I guess it's a good thing because you see how everybody jumped on Young Dolph's waves.
Yeah.
I wanna get away. He just dropped a new song, by the way. Rest in peace, Dolph. But I feel like that's good though for the artists because you actually get revenue off of popularity, off of clout. That's excuse me. That's one of the ways you still streams of income for artists, for entertainer.
Relevant.
Yeah, by being relevant, by word of mouth. So let them all fake clout chase, keep running it up so their family can get the residuals. As far as on the personal tip,
Right.
I can see why somebody who is personally connected to someone who lost somebody, and a lot of people just clout chasing, I can see why that may bug you. But to keep it player, as far as celebrities, why would
Right.
it bug you? Their
Yeah.
their job is to connect. It's to make you feel like,
Yeah.
hey, matter of fact, you know me. I don't know you,
Right.
but you know me. You know what I'm saying? So if they felt this connection with that person, then just mean that your loved one did a great job at what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? I try to find the good in it. Right.
So have you lost some artists and friends that you've worked with, or colleagues, I should say?
I mean, yeah, it's life though. It's inevitable. You feel what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to reprogram my thinking in all type of ways, because now I'm becoming a believer that used to celebrate death and the opposite for birth. That's just how it was. Something I done discovered.
So, again, have anybody ever tried to pull you into a beef or anything like that? Like tried to pull you into their beef or a beef in general to help you get more exposure?
Yeah, it happens, man. That happens a lot. That happens a lot. But
then people just start trying you, just to try you, and then they kind of meet you and be like, yo, this dude too cool for me to go ahead and have a problem with.
I mean, it's the internet, bro. It's full of goofies. Like, all these people you think is real ain't real. Like, that's the entertainers. They're here to entertain. That's how it goes, So I don't be surprised. Like, people do anything to make it to the top.
Right.
But that's what they're supposed to do.
So,
literally.
So as my man Sinbad said, we interviewed Sinbad. He said he called the Twitter folks keyboard gangsters.
Yeah.
So all these keyboard gangsters out here won't say shit to your face. And like I had interviewed certain people and even did day in the life type of documentary type thing with a couple people or a couple of different artists. And one thing I was worried about is certain things they say, because people they feed off of negative energy. You know what I'm saying? So if you saying that if they want to come at me, they want to get me, they know where I'm at. They know where I'm at. Well, then you're sending off that negative energy, and I don't want to send off that negative energy from that, and then something happens. But if you're not worried or you're not scared, and if it's Atlanta, you know what I'm saying. But this joint pop off in Atlanta and then something happened to you. Now, he's looking at me like, why did you even put that out? You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you just edit out that part? I wasn't thinking about it at the time. But in realness, when you're paying attention to an interview, certain people say certain things.
And they telling people straight up, yo, pull up on me. I'm at this address. What you expect? And you thought that they wasn't going to pull. You ain't going to pull up on me. And then the person is like, it's a little 15 or 16-year-old behind the keyboard that's like, yeah, I'm about to pull up on them. Like, because they're right now, they're fearless. And you got to think about when you're a child, you're fearless. It seems like when you become an adult, that's where more of everything starts coming in.
Reality
exactly.
Jail
That's
sets
real,
in.
bro.
Jail sets in.
That's real.
Jail comes into our head, and it stops us from doing a lot of things. Other than that, there's a lot of things I think we would do more as people, and bad things and good things. But people are worried if they go ahead and do this, they may go to jail. Listen, simple thing as defending your child, right?
You're right.
If somebody hits your child, you would hit that person right away, right?
Right.
Period. Let's be 100.
Right.
But because of jail, you can't hit that person right away.
Shit.
All you can do is get on your knees and fight them and say you old for your age.
You look
Well, you look old for your age.
I
Tall.
was watching a motivational speaker. Something this shorty sent me. She sent me some affirmations and some photos and some amongst other things.
Les
right?
or Eric the hip hop preacher.
It was Les.
Les Brown, yeah.
Shout out to Les Brown, who actually is from Miami. From
Yeah.
what I was told, Dade
I want to
County.
get him on.
Dade County.
Shout out to Les Brown.
Poker
He used to
Bean
be on the radio
Projects.
down here.
Poker Bean Projects, Dade County. Okay, But I was listening to that, and they transferred that to other, motivational videos. And one of them was like, excuse me, they were saying, imagine what's on the other side of fear, right? Like shit, death, right? But besides death and failure, it could be a multitude or a mountain of abundance or a mountain of success or love or what have you. Whatever it is you're chasing, right?
Right.
I'm saying this to say to what you were saying as opposed, like what you were saying as opposed to fear.
Right.
One of those motivational speakers said the older you get, the more fear you obtain.
Yeah.
The younger you are, the more fearless you are.
Yes.
Like
It's
when you
real.
said that hit, and that is dead ass true. Like the older you are, the less likely you are to pursue your dreams or pursue something that you wouldn't normally pursue without concrete evidence that it's possible.
Yeah.
So basically, if everybody was born at, I'm gonna say 33 or 25, they probably wouldn't believe in God, like, 'cause there's no concrete evidence. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is what they were saying. They didn't say nobody wouldn't. It was just an example as to how easy it is to,
That's real. That's real. We was having
And
a
that's
conversation.
one of my things that I do. I ask God to help me to move like I was when I was fearless as a child, so that I can move. Because as you get older, the ways of things that weigh down on you in the world, that's what starts weighing down on your mental.
It's like
And
our kids right now are so optimistic.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
And they don't. And
like my son is about to be 9 at the end of this month. He's doing coding right now. He's doing coding right now. He's building a video game right now.
Oh.
So
coding.
if you gotta think about it, when you're at that age and you're doing that, and you don't have someone, and he's doing this.
Forcing you to do it.
He's doing this on his own.
Word.
I'm just encouraging it.
So I'm
I was
saying.
like, man, get off the damn game.
So if I
She's
take
like,
on
go ahead, you can play.
I'm like here. I'm put an hour. You can for an hour for the day, and you can go and work on this.
No, that's real.
Because you gotta encourage it. If you don't encourage it, they just going,
You're right. You both are right. I mean, you got the steady dose.
But
of
thinking about at that
balance.
age, you got people that are older, and they still like, man, I don't know if I can even do coding. I don't know if I could build that.
Yeah, only coding they thinking about it.
Yeah, they're not. But it's because as you get older, you like, I don't know if I can develop that same skill or that quality. You can go after whatever you put your mind to, and you really can.
That's a fact. Dang, yo, like your mind is very powerful. Are
Yeah.
you aware that the average human being uses 1%, less than 1% of their brain?
Yeah.
Very, very small percentage of our brain.
That's crazy, kid. Like, that's man.
But it's all right. So I mean, you're an artist that you've been around for a minute. Have you ever tried what do they call that? Ayahuasca or like the mushrooms and type of things or anything like that? Have you tried anything like that? No, because sometimes they say that it opens up
It does.
It
A
opens up
portal.
more of your brain, and you can see or hear more. And we are not promoting any of this because on top of that, it can open up. It can open up abilities where the devil or the enemy, whatever, can come in and use you, and now you open a door that you can't close.
Yeah.
So
it
it's
puts you in
different.
a
It's different
very-
aspects.
Like being powerful puts you in a very vulnerable state.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the more power you got, the more vulnerable you will be. You probably can't see it, but that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? I learned that something from anime. But I'm saying this to say though, like it's really like that, man. You open them portals and you go to these different frequencies and dimensions. And by not being trained into that, it's hard to close them doors, like he said. It's hard to control that. And you could really be used for the wrong thing, or can become addicted or, But I feel like I'm rambling about a bunch of nothing. I feel like if you know, you know.
You good. But that's the whole thing. Like, everything's about experience too. You know what I'm saying? So if it's something that you learned, you know what I'm saying, you can teach somebody else.
No, I can't teach. No, I ain't teaching. No,
You ain't
feel
teaching
like
nobody?
I don't know what I know. He who knows anything he knows nothing at all.
Are you into crypto or NFTs or anything like that?
Oh yeah, of course not.
Of course not.
No.
Of course not.
Nah. I was gonna get into it, but I seen the crypto crash, right? Was it crypto crash?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It crashed. And I was like, oh darn it. Right before I was finna put my 50 cent in.
Well, it's
He said
about
before he's about to put his 50 cent in.
it's about where you go into.
Yeah.
And honestly, this is the time, because of it being low, where you will want to get in.
So you gonna put me on the game when we get off?
Yes,
When we
I'll
get
put
out?
you in the game.
Alright. You gonna put me on?
I'll put you on.
Y'all gonna make me a millionaire.
Well,
we all working.
as long as you don't pull your money out.
We all working on those goals.
Nah,
We waiting
you
for these-
can.
we
You
wait-
can. You can.
we
I will
turn
tell you
some
how.
millionaire
We'll tell you how.
overnight. Listen,
We'll tell you how you do
listen.
it. We'll tell you how to do it.
I put 100. Real talk. I put 100 in a crypto, and then I had it for like a year, and it went up to like 50,000-60,000 dollars.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And
That's a
I'm not gonna front.
$50,000 increase.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna front. I was waiting for it to go higher, and it went down. But I put out 10. I ain't gonna front. I put out 10 grand. So you know what I'm saying. I came up off of that joint. You know what I'm saying.
That's a big come up.
You know what I'm saying. Off of 100. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Original investment. So can't knock that. Plus, actually, real talk. On top of that, I went ahead and took some of the money and bought other currencies, other cryptos. And
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I did that as well. I took some.
So-
I put some into other cryptos and built up my stock portfolio. So
Are y'all gonna give a class to this? Y'all plan on giving folks the game?
yeah, we eventually
we
are going to bring
definitely
that
get
up.
into that. Like we want to get to a point where we're able to teach this shit with professionals that know this shit left and right. Like the reason how I got in is because I like it was everybody's trying to get in the market, but nobody knows how to do it. So when I found out how to get it into the decentralized market with like the MetaMask and having a MetaMask wallet and everything like that, I started after I did my own thing from YouTube. I was like, I ain't putting no money in until I really know what I'm doing, And then I Wild Man Teddy T had this guy on the show, and he knew about crypto and he connected us, and then me and him went ahead and did a Zoom call, and I recorded the Zoom drain, and we had
Been up ever since.
and we just boom, 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 boom. But I honestly, be real with you, when it came down to the first coin I invested in, I used that on I think it was Robinhood, and it was because a guy said that Elon Musk said this coin, he likes this coin, and then was Dogecoin, and he was like, yeah, Elon Musk likes this coin, and I was like, word? I said, yeah. He said, my son told me to put $25 in there. I was like, okay. I put 100 and got me like 40,000 coins. You know what I'm saying? And then
for a while, it was
because
going
if you got- I'm like,
going
100
down.
And it goes to $1, it'd be $40,000. It's like, come on, like really?
I was
And
on a
bought
phone
more.
call.
You know
I was
what
on
I'm
a
saying?
phone call one day, and I'm looking, and I'm like, I had my other phone in my
She was about
hand,
to quit
and I
her
did like
job
this.
at that time.
I was like,
She's like, bitch, I quit.
I looked at the joint. I was like this, and I was like, huh? I was like, I put that one in, and at first I was like, wait, let me refresh again. Like, no, this joint actually going up now.
Yeah,
Where
she tried to trip me last night and said the bitch is at $1. I was like, I still got some
I was
coins in that motherfucker.
I was messing with him.
I got what? I got about $17,000. Then let me take that out right now.
I was messing with him because I think they back like at like 10 cents right now. So I had covered up the zero.
'Cause when we
and
got
I showed it to him, and I was like, look, it's at $1 now.
It was like 000. It was like 0.00000 like 40 something, right? So it was like so many zeros of a penny. You feel me? So it wasn't like I bought it at a penny. I bought it at so many zeros below a penny. And then when it went up to $1, 70 cents I think it was.
And I feel that that's a
Damn!
lot of times if you can get into
And
crypto
stock was
at
good.
that time where it's low like that,
Very low.
it's better off for you in the long run, because even when the market goes down, you're still up. Even though it seems like you're down, you're still up because you're over that.
It's
you're
gonna
over that
it's gonna
amount.
tell you everything because everything else is down.
But
if
technically
you
you're
know
still
when you
up.
started off at, you're mostly still up. If you got in at a good number, like when Bitcoin it was going to, I think it was like $9,000.
Yeah.
I went ahead and like put in $1,000, and then when it went up to like 50,000, my 1,000 was worth, I think, 2,000. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't own a whole Bitcoin. If I owned a whole Bitcoin, it'd been worth a lot more. Yeah, so it was going up. So I was like, shit, I'm just gonna leave this in here. But we don't know anything about investing. If we bought Bitcoin when it was at 39 cents or under the penny, you know what I mean? We would be rich right now. Like a lot of other people. We'd be so rich. All you have to do is probably invest what? A couple $100? Max $1,000. You'd be rich. You'd be rich. I mean like crazy rich. Not just like you got a few million. Not that you just got a few million. I'm talking about crazy rich. You feel me?
Like I have my name on my own parking spot out there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like that rich.
That type of rich.
Okay.
Shout out to Moolah Barbie.
That F you money.
Moolah. Shout out to Moolah. She is vibing. Check out her podcast, man. I'll be vibed in.
Yeah.
I'll be tuned in.
That's what's up. Yo, shout out to Mulan Barbie, man. I know she be out there doing all that grinding, you know what I mean? Mulan, we gonna get you in the building, shawty, you know what I'm saying?
Don't forget about us little people.
Yeah. He said don't forget about the little people, because you know what? We got beef, son. Me and you, Mulan, we got beef. I'll tell you later, though. But anyway, back to the show. Audacity, you want to tell her why? No.
She said, yes, sir. She said, I love you guys.
No, I love you too, sweetie. Yo, you stay blessed, baby girl.
She said she the little people.
She the little people. Let's see. Let me see. I remember when I met you, I think Mulan was at the joint Cool. When I met you at
that was at the Jerk Festival.
At the Jerk Festival with Ross Stickity.
Yeah.
Mulan was there.
Ross.
Yeah, shout out to Ross, man. Hey, shout out to Ross. I hope Ross get better, man. He was in the hospital.
Yeah.
And,
yeah,
man. He was in the hospital, and I hope he get out soon. I saw he had on Facebook. You know, I heard a little bit more. I don't want to put his business out there like that. But again, I hope you get better, my brother.
Yes, I hope you
take
make a
care of
speedy
yourself,
recovery.
man. Eat well, man. That's all I gotta say, man. You can people love to say, yo, you know what I'm saying? We gotta go get something to eat, and we want to go to McDonald's, or we gotta get something to eat, and we go here, bro. Can't do that all the time, man. Sometimes you just gotta get up, cook your own food for the week if you got to, man. Take that time out, do that, and make sure, you know what I'm saying, it's healthy. You feel me? It can still be good, bro. There's still a lot of stuff that's out there that still can be good without, you know, frying stuff and oils and things like that. But off of that, man, they have arrested 2 people allegedly that was associated with Takeoff's murder. So a lot of people was talking about the one guy, Cam, you know, and I'm like, well, they haven't arrested the guy. Somebody said that they killed the guy. They never killed him, but they did arrest him, and then they arrested another gentleman for murder, and the first guy was for, I think it was gun possession. Yeah, so Cam had he got arrested because it was gun. He's a felon. Yeah. So he had a gun. He was supposed to have a gun. So he got arrested for possession. Damn. Now the other guy, Patrick Xavier Clark or something like that. They called. Now my only thing is when they had the brief on it, they called him Patrick Xavier Brown. Yeah, so he made a mistake with the name. He kept saying it over and over. So because that's what was probably written in the paper. You know what I'm saying? He's reading. But the board is right there, and it's. He's not looking at the board. He's looking at cameras. Like you are sitting. Listen, this is like people think. It's like anybody. It's like a whole bunch of people think that they can go ahead. And people saying that DJ Pat was. People think they can go ahead. This guy, and just start his name podcast. He's also known as DJ Pat. So he owns a strip club in Houston. The guy Patrick that got arrested. They're saying that he's not like that type of person. Now he's more laid back. He's laid back like Takeoff. Like he's not that type of person that would just go out and start shooting. So a lot of people are thinking that he may just be a fall guy, and this is allegedly. Oh man. I mean, I hope not. I hope not. I hope they got the right person. I hope this is not just a cover up, just to make people. Let's see what CNN saying. Let's see what they say. I want to see the video that they saw that they came to this conclusion.
I don't know, man. I just want to say rest in peace. Condolences to his family.
Yes, definitely.
Them boys help.
People screaming.
He was shot and killed November 1st outside of a Houston bowling alley following a private party. Now his fans are mourning. It definitely hurts.
Well, we came all the way from South Carolina.
Cameras and the media weren't allowed in the massive celebration of life service at the family's request. Takeoff had a sound and skill unlike any other rapper. He was known for his rapid delivery of full triplets in his music. In double time and squeezing in more.
It was hard to get up. So this right here, my pride had to pick it back up. Safe got low, had to fill it back up. I don't have some heart, but it's healing back up. It ain't hard to get sex, but it's hard to get love. Times get hard, tell me who do I hug? Everybody.
It's a good song to play. We're gonna definitely play that afterwards. But we gotta show the actual things that's popping right now. So let's go back to where they were a little bit. And again, we're live right now, Strong Arm Radio Behind Backstage. Yeah. Hey, listen, make sure that you download the Strong Arm app. Shout out to everybody that's listening to us now on the Strong Arm Radio app. Make sure you download it on your iPhone. Make sure you download it on your Android. If you have any problems with it on Android, let us know. We'll make sure we get it right for you. But listen, it's a lot of people, that's hurt about what happened to Takeoff. Audacity, you know what I'm saying? You got the opportunity to meet him. We got the opportunity to meet him. And the kid, Aaliyah got the opportunity to meet him. DJ got, and, it's just like, when you get an opportunity to go ahead and have a conversation with these people or even create a relationship. I can't say I would say, we had a whole relationship or anything like that, but we were able to go ahead and meet them and have a conversation, and it was cool. Audacity as well, and my niece as well. But the whole thing is, when you kind of see these people and then they're doing great, man, you feel good for these people. Like, man, I want to see you do more. But sometimes you got other people out there that want to hate on them and that want to see them do bad. And I don't, I don't know. It's like, it's parts of me that can never understand, one, why they took this man's life, and two, why people just can't walk away from something that's happening, without pulling out a gun. Or if you want to throw hands, throw hands. Word. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were speaking earlier about this artist. Dude said, I want to kill this artist. And dude said, yo, I throw hands with you, man. You know what I'm saying? So why do you want to pull a gun? You know what I'm saying? Why does ego take you straight to the gun? Why are you so powerful with a gun?
Yeah, he said, he's like, you really thug about it. He said, go on ahead. He was like, and then he's like, matter of fact, he said, you're not even my weight size. He said, you 160 and you 5. He was like, you 5'9". He said, you need to go get your quarterback. Get you a quarterback or something like that that's big that can actually take me. He was like, because he was like, and that's the only way that I back down. He was like, but he's like, let's go hand in hand. He was like, because he was like, you're going to see what these hands do. He was like, that's thug about it. He was like, because both of us can still walk away.
Hands, though.
I can disagree with both point of views. I feel like there's no room for violence.
Right.
I do feel like there's a very thin line, man. You can't push me and get mad how I respond or how I reply. Everybody ain't fighting.
Somebody just walk up and just smack you for no reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he probably gonna die.
That's what I'm trying to say though. Like, you and then but you're not gonna pull out and shoot him. You're gonna beat his ass. Somebody else might shoot him. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna beat his ass. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. I don't want to speak on things. It's hard to say what you'll do when you're not in that situation.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm just saying, most people are not with the fighting. Everybody's not fighters.
Right.
That's why some are quick to get a weapon. You want to fight because that's where your upper hand is at. Maybe their upper hand is
not
the gun. The other person on the hand was pulling the gun.
Their upper hand is arms. You know what I'm saying? If you get where I'm going. So
if anything, man, the knife, you bring a knife. I mean, I'm not saying you should never bring a weapon to a fight. If it's a real fight, like, seriously, if you gonna go ahead and that's just all right. I'll say this. I had a problem in my family, the homies and stuff, and one wanted to just go ahead and just kill a nigga. Like, I'm like, bro, chill. Just calm down. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like real talk, I'm like, chill, bro. It's bullshit anyway. However everything happened is bullshit, but why? Why you gonna go ahead and risk your life to go ahead and do something? And this person's been to jail before. He ain't scared of jail. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't scared of jail. I ain't this and I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? If he's been there, fine. He's not worried to go back. But why grab a gun? I said, just fight him. Just go ahead and fight him. If that's how you just fight him. Hands, don't kill him. Fight him. I done had conversations with dudes that done put out guns on people I known before, and I said, yo, bro, you got a problem? Holla at me.
How close are you with this person, this individual?
What else? Both of them.
How close are you with?
Very both. Both of them.
Like brothers.
Both of them.
Both parties.
Both parties.
Okay.
Yes.
Why you setting this man up for suicide?
I'm not setting up for suicide. Why you trying to say? Well, if he got his ass whooped, he got his ass whooped. If he beat his ass, he beat his ass, and we did that shit. That's what I'm at. Like, we did that shit after somebody loses the fight. That's just it. Plain and simple. It's over.
What I'm saying is, where I'm from, one of the biggest causes of death is pussy, police, pork, and ego. Who finna take an ass whooping at that age? He already wanted to kill him before he took the ass whooping. What makes you think he finna go take an ass whooping?
And that's exactly what he wanted. He didn't want the ass
a
whooping.
popular ass whooping at that. Because now you know you told him go fight that man. Now
And you know we all gonna be out there watching.
We
'Cause I'm
gonna-
gonna be out there to make sure ain't nobody pulling out no guns, ain't nobody jumping in. So I'm gonna be there.
Even if we don't watch, even if that fight on pay-per-view and we can't afford it, we gonna be looking for the updates and the results. And if the results don't favor him, how you think this finna end? The reason it's hard to fight, I'm not, again, no violence at all. But the reason it's hard to fight because it ain't like when we grew up where you could take an ass whoop and shake a hand or take an ass whoop and go your way.
You can go back and fight another game
until you win. I had homies who
There you
would
go.
lose and fight until they win. And the
yeah.
person who was winning will literally let this other person win because they tired of fighting. And the other person is not going to go home until they win this fight. So it's not like that no more. You fight him, you win. Now he want to down you.
Right.
That's it. Ain't no
Now
coming
he want to
back.
down you. Now he going to leave you right here where most people feel like I might as well just skip all that.
Damn. Niggas, I don't want to get my mouth hurt.
So
I don't
what I
want my mouth
recommend
hurt.
is
They gonna pull. That's crazy though. It's like now, like even with this situation, like on a serious tip, you know you're standing around these are stars that y'all playing with, y'all gambling with or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And since you gambling with these stars, yeah, they got more money than you probably, maybe, whatever. I'm not sure. I don't know what happened exactly. But you dealing with these dudes, why kill? You already know what they got. Is it envy? Is it ego? Is it hate? Because everything there, he was walking away. And then dude just swung on dude.
Could it be ignorance?
Mm-hmm.
Could it be ignorance?
Because like some people are killers. Like some people are entrepreneurs. Some people are angels. Some people are demons. It's the balance of life, unfortunately. You can't expect the killer to see life through somebody else's eyes.
Especially when they're a professional killer. That's all they do.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
They Dexter out here.
That's how it is, unfortunately.
Hey, dog, you got a great point there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And
You can't change a killer's mind. And I mean, if you're a killer, and again, that's how you raise somebody and how somebody grew up, and even
that's how they survive.
You can't even just say the environment, because even though we spoke about the environment too, it's a lot of people that live in that environment that breaks out of that environment and goes somewhere else and does better or whatever it may be. Now, the people that make it out that environment, are they supposed to come back?
I mean, to each their own. You know, different folks, different strokes.
But shouldn't we be bringing back stuff to our community? Shouldn't we be coming back to our black communities and owning our communities?
Facts.
So when we don't come back, they don't see that star inside the community anymore. I remember when who was it? It was an artist in Buffalo. I can't remember. For example, Rick James. Rick James, he was from Buffalo. He moved out of Buffalo to L.A., but he still had a house in Buffalo.
Rick James
You know
from
what I'm
Buffalo?
saying? Yeah, Rick James from Buffalo.
Well, I got newfound respect for y'all.
Yeah, man, Rick James from Buffalo.
Super freak.
Yeah, it's a lot of people from Brian McKnight's from Buffalo.
Brian McKnight, John B.
No.
John B's from Buffalo?
Yep.
I didn't know John B was
Y'all,
from Buffalo.
get out of here.
Yes, definitely.
I didn't know that.
Brian McKnight from...
I knew that, yeah. Brian McKnight from Buffalo.
You capping.
No.
No.
His baby mama used to live around the corner.
Yeah. DMX got a whole bunch of kids from Buffalo.
Yeah.
No, just gonna shut up.
Him and
Shut up,
Stevie.
X. Yeah, Stevie J's from Buffalo.
Yeah.
Producer. Yeah, and what's it? Face husband.
Yeah.
Biggie's
Stevie.
Stevie J.
Brian McKnight from Buffalo,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's some player shit right there.
West Side Gun is from Buffalo. Benny the
Yeah.
Butcher's from Buffalo.
We know Griselda
Adion
from up
Buffalo. Griselda's from Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? AK Reed. Hold on. AK Reed from Buffalo. Ponzo Houdini's from Buffalo. It's a lot of great artists that's coming up right now too. And like I love our show because we get the opportunity not to just be just artists, but directors and writers and producers. And we had the brother AK Reed and Deuce King going here after they filmed the movie and released the movie Conflicted. And I didn't know who they were until after seeing the movie and then connecting with them and having them on the show. And we're gonna have the whole cast of the movie Pure Finesse coming on the show, and Ponzo Houdini's a star in the movie Pure Finesse. AK Reed shot the movie, directed it, written by the one and only Deuce King. And I love to see that Buffalo's doing what they supposed to do,
Shout
man,
out to
and
Buffalo,
they holding it
man.
down.
They holding down hip hop, man.
Yeah,
the
man.
independent world, they are holding it down. The underground world.
Yeah, they got that. They got the other joint they dropping, West Side Gun, Adolf.
Yeah, he
Adolf,
down here
yeah, that's
tonight,
coming.
man.
Yeah.
Shout
West
out
Side,
to
yeah,
the
West Side here
Man's
tonight,
Room.
man. Shout out
Yeah.
to West Side here in the city, man. We
Are
should have
you-
got West Side to come in here first.
Are you guys
Damn!
tapping into,
Oh no, we was already booked for Cool Peoples, man.
Nah.
We couldn't go ahead and kick Cool Peoples for West Side. You know what
Are
I'm
you
saying? We
guys
had Cool
tapped
Peoples.
into the Are you guys tapped into Buffalo like that? Are you still tapped into the underground world?
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you guys have like an underground Buffalo versus Miami independent showcase?
Okay.
Yeah, we could do that.
We can definitely do that.
Watch us reign
I
supreme.
want to do we have what is called Count Your Bands. I believe we talked to you about it. I was waiting for my trademark to get done. Trademark's done, but it's Count Your Bands. COUNTYABANDZ.
Florida slang. Count your bands.
Yes.
Florida slang.
Yeah, so that's yep, my man. Shout out to Raw Stickity, man, because we was sitting back when COVID was going on and having that conversation, and I was like, I want mine to be where the everybody watches like the verses and things like that. I want my shit to be where the people can interact, they can vote. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And we also have it where the motherfuckers can go ahead and bet and make money. So if you putting up a G and my man's gonna put up a G, so if we do Buffalo versus Miami, they gonna put up money, you gonna put up money, and then the winner walks away with the prize.
Oh, the loot.
You know what I mean? And niggas can't get mad about it because you got judges in the building. You feel me?
Right.
You got the internet, the people that's watching everything, and then we got what was the last thing? It was one more. Was the judges?
It was the judges. It's the people, and I mean because the judges have the final say. Basically, the people.
The people, and then
for the
we had,
internet.
like 3 judges.
For the internet, their vote counts as one vote because it's gonna be whoever they sided with.
Right.
Then you have your two have your judges. Even if you have your 2 judges that are just gonna count one and one vote. So you have to have 3. You have
unbiased judge.
Yes, unbiased
From the Caribbean.
I get somebody that don't even like music. That's what I would do.
Yeah, from the Caribbean.
Well, I can't
Somebody
say
who
it's-
ain't from the States, man,
Somebody not from the States.
Yeah, man. Nobody,
So you wouldn't want a Rick Ross to be the judge, or
That's too biased. He's
Yeah.
a Miami Don.
Miami.
so don't you think he's gonna rock with some Miami dudes if it was? Like,
But-
I'm just
Biased,
assuming.
though.
It's still
But-
biased. Okay,
I mean, then you got to think about it.
it is biased. You're right.
And then you got to think about it. See, if you brought him, it's not like we could have him and then have like.
You gotta have Benny.
Yeah.
You gotta have Benny. You gotta bring
Exactly.
Benny to represent y'all.
But then again, then he gonna be biased. He gonna be biased for that.
Yeah.
And then-
But when we step on Buffalo, it'll be easy. It'll be easy. It'll be easy.
Excuse me.
What?
Be easy, you know.
Hold on, man.
Y'all hear
Listen,
that?
hold
Y'all
on
hear
now.
that,
Now,
Buffalo?
hold on now.
Hey, Buffalo is rocking heavy, man. Shout out to y'all again. But you know, I got some hometown bias in this.
He just been butthurt, for a while because they was getting beaten in football.
The Bills kicked their ass. That's what it is.
Kicking the Dolphins for a while,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now they finally got a
See,
win.
They won one time
When
in
this
I don't
is-
know how many years.
When this
Right?
is posted,
You know what I'm saying?
check the date and the time.
We are
and
live
check
right
our
now.
Recent.
We live. Ain't no extra. We gonna have some edits, but not edits, but we gonna have some clips. But damn it, we're live right
Check
now.
our recent matchup and see what the Dolphins did to the Bills. Shout out to Tua.
And how many
Hill.
points? How many points did they beat the Bills by?
I don't know. A win is a win
Exactly.
to me.
I think it was only like
Yeah.
a few.
Y'all don't be seeing that social
supposed to say
media
two.
post. A win is a win.
A win is a win.
A win is a win.
Y'all don't see that on social media.
A win
Hey,
is
a
a
win
win.
is a win.
A
Man.
win is a win. It don't matter
I
how
was
by
al-
how much.
I was almost a million.
Let's
Hey,
let's
you a
let's tell
millionaire.
you the Dolphins had 21 and the Buffalo Bills had 19.
The victor. Say that.
The Buffalo Bills had 19
Did they win?
and the Dolphins had 21.
Did they win or
and
did they
beat us
lose?
by how many points audacity?
Did they win or did they lose?
How many points audacity?
I-
How many points I can hear?
I know. Listen, I think that they gave them
Three.
those points. I think they just wanted y'all to have a little head start at life here.
Oh, wait a minute.
in
That's
Florida.
2 points. There's 2 points.
That's
Yeah.
the
That's 2
Buffalo
points.
mouth.
But that's what I'm
So
saying.
that's what happened.
3
and that's
points
why
would've
I'ma
made
stick
us
to my
win.
belief.
Audacity, man. Listen.
You know,
Some
some people believe in Christianity. Some people believe Buddhism. Some people are Muslim. I'm saying that to say you can have what you believe.
Ooh, okay.
Facts
Okay.
are.
So December the
We're
18th.
1-0 against you guys this
December
year.
the 18th, we going to find out.
Thus far.
December the 18th, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we should have him back in the building December the 18th.
Thus
It's probably on a
far.
Saturday.
Thus far. We're 1-0
We should have
this
him back.
year against Buffalo Bills thus far.
Okay, because y'all won one time this year.
If it is,
This year, okay.
we
The
can
18th
we
is
can
on
always
Sunday.
zoom you in too.
We can zoom him in. We
Yeah,
can
and say,
we
"So
can do a
what you
special
feel?"
broadcast. We can do a special broadcast on Sunday, and we can go set up at a special location and make sure, we can zoom you in and make sure that we can have a conversation then. Are you saying if the Dolphins are losing the next game, are you going to go ahead and give props to Buffalo?
I'm giving props to Buffalo now. Shout out to Buffalo. we beat the brakes off them the first time this year. But shout out
Did
to
you
them.
though?
But what I'm saying
Did you
is,
though?
No, we
2
won.
points?
We won.
Now, if you
But
blew us out,
if
like it
y'all
was like
win-
y'all only had like 9 points. We had 21.
If
You
y'all-
blew us out, then no.
If y'all win this upcoming game, it'll just be a split.
It'd just be a split.
That's all.
But what about all the
He
other
wanna
games
go
the
back to
Dolphins
the- he wanna
lost?
go back
No,
You want to go to the Super Bowl? They
Let
ain't
me
been in the
stop.
Super Bowl in I don't know how many years. You know what I'm saying? They
yeah,
had a-
but we
they
can't
had a
talk.
Super Bowl.
We
Shut up.
can't
Shut
talk.
up.
We've been to the
Shut
Super
up.
Bowl. We've
Shut
been to the
up.
Super Bowl plenty of times.
and
Ain't
we
won.
win. But
Bill Parcells, does it ring a bell?
listen, we went to the Super Bowl
Does
4
that
times.
ring a
Sky
bell?
Norwood, all of them messed us up. But anyway, whole thing is,
Y'all ain't.
usually we beat y'all both times throughout the season.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? That's just a normal season with Buffalo when they come to like I rock with Buffalo when they here in Miami, and I rock with the Dolphins when the Dolphins is fighting everybody out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to Buffalo, I gotta have their back. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have the city back.
I mean, we
You know
will
what I'm
even
saying?
sit on the Dolphins side
Yo,
and
we
root
did.
for the Bills.
They tried to kill us. They tried to kill us on that side.
Yeah, the Bills won that day, and so
Yeah,
his
we had to get
his
that
family was down and everything, and then
We
his
had to
father
move
was
up
like,
to
"Come
the-
on, let's go sit over here on the Dolphin side," and he started.
No, that's
rooting.
what the tickets was. We had
Yeah.
free tickets. The tickets. So we had the guy that owned Krispy Kremes up in Buffalo, New York. Man, shout out to Mr. Constantine, and he rents out his homes in Buffalo to a lot of football players, right? So he was like, "Oh, anytime I used to back in the day, I used to work at the airport, so I used to check him in all the time." And then he said, "Anytime, and he used to come with the donuts in Buffalo, bro. He would go to Krispy Kreme's, come to the drinks, and bring us like 2 dozens of donuts to the Sky Caps and stuff at the airport." And then he said to me, in Florida, after remembering from Buffalo, he was like, "Yo, Anytime you want to go to games, let me know. I said, okay. So my dad was coming down, and then all these other people, all the other family and friends, and was coming down, and it was like 10 people in our crib, spending the night in the 2-bedroom back then. It was crazy. But we got the tickets. He gave us free tickets, and we went there, had a great time. But the tickets was in the right by the goalpost, like really low. Like it was really good seats, but it was on the Dolphin side.
We went over to the Bill side though, and then came back over to the Dolphins.
We went up to the nose.
When they won,
when
when Bills won, his father and his friends, they all started singing, "Hey, goodbye." They started throwing stuff at us.
Oh, work on Miami.
Yeah.
I just want to know one thing, if you guys don't mind me asking. How much you guys pay for rent? Because y'all are living in the past. And it got to be cheap because rent is expensive in the present. And we beat the brakes off y'all this year. I don't care what happened last year. I don't. I do not care what happened last year.
Listen. Last year, next year, following, the future years. It's just formidable. It's just going to happen no matter what. It's just going to happen.
We'll see. I hear all this talking. We're going to see. December what again?
December 18th. You know what I'm saying?
The Miami Dolphins and the Miami Central Rockets.
And guess what? We should go to that game. Me and you, that's what we should. Ooh, why don't we do a live stream for the game? That'd be dope as hell.
No, because the way y'all going to be upset and cold.
That'd be dope as hell. Oh, no, if it was Miami.
Yeah, I ain't doing
that'd be too damn cold. We can't do that.
Upset and cold.
If it was Miami, we could do it.
Nah, if it was Miami, I ain't going to Buffalo no cold.
Why y'all want to be the real one?
I don't do cold. I don't do cold no more.
I'm a Floridian. I'm a Floridian now. I'm a Floridian, bro. I love Buffalo. I'm from the city, and I ain't been there in 20-some years. So
what is the phrase for we're Floridians? You guys would be
what?
I would be what? A transplant?
I want to know, what do you call someone from Buffalo?
Buffalonian, I guess. Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. They call them Buffalonian.
Well, these guys are Buffalonians transferred into
Floridians.
Okay, I've never seen a Floridian go up there and become a Buffalonian in my life.
I have.
I ain't saying it ain't possible. I ain't saying it's impossible. I'm saying
I have actually went to school with him.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna say his name because I went to school with him, but he still roots here for the Miami Dolphins.
He a real one.
Yeah, but you usually move out your state, you still root for the team if you really rock for the team. Like my dad, no matter wherever he goes, he's going to rock with Buffalo, period. It's just like the Dolphins right now, LeBron James was a big fan of the Dolphins, and now he's not rocking with the Dolphins because of the Jerry what's his name?
Jerry Jones?
Jerry Jones.
No, that's real, but I feel like your dad probably, he more so was around when the Bills were relevant, unlike your heyday when they weren't worth nothing.
No, the Bills. hold on now. The Bills we went to the Super Bowl 4 times in a row. We lost 4 times in a row.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that's the most ridiculous thing.
Y'all are the best.
The only thing that hurt me about that whole thing about them not winning.
It could have won one of them bitches, and we would have been happy. We win 4 times, but we had 1 championship.
Listen, the only thing that hurt me was that I was not able to get off of school because they promised us that we wouldn't have school.
We was gonna have like a parade if we would have won.
You really would have wanted to go to a losing Super Bowl for?
No, we talking about parade. Like if Buffalo would have won, they would have had a parade in the city.
Oh yeah, we know how that feels.
And we weren't supposed to have school if they
we do the Miami Heat, brother, and the
Marlins.
The Marlins and the Heat too in my lifetime. But
okay, wait a minute. All right, I ain't doing any today, so we gotta ask about. Now, real talk. We gonna talk about the Bills and the Dolphins, and how many times did I'm sorry. What was the last time the Dolphins went to a Super Bowl?
Dan Marino.
What was that? 1980 what?
I want to say 5. So let me ask you guys a question. See how I answered that straight face? Mm-hmm. I need an honest answer. I hope everybody tuned in can answer this.
It took a long time to answer that though.
I'm gonna give you facts. You ain't wrong when you right. Okay, you rather have a Super Bowl?
Nope.
1982.
You're wrong. You are so wrong. And I give it to you. From us growing up, Dan Marino was the best quarterback, and us when we were growing up, Jim Kelly. They said he was the best quarterback. I didn't feel he was, but I don't want anybody to hate me from Buffalo. But hey, I thought Frank Wright and Flutie was better. But anyway, getting to that, the last Super Bowl was the Miami Dolphins versus the Minnesota Vikings, and the Miami's won at 24-7. And before then was the year before, and it was the Washington Redskins back there, which are now called the Commanders.
What year was this?
1974 and 1973, before we both were born.
That can't be accurate.
That's accurate. That's accurate, bruh.
That can't be accurate.
Oh no, that was the NFL
Remember?
championships.
I know that can't be accurate. See, this is the Buffalo facts. You know what I'm saying? See what Buffalo does? The last Super Bowl we went to was with Dan Marino.
Are you sure?
Apparently you're not. I'm telling you.
All right, you're right. Wait. Hold on.
It had to be 85 or 82.
It said Miami Dolphins has won twice in the Super Bowl.
Yes, we have.
Right, for all times. And that was 1973 and 1974. But you did go to the Super Bowl in 83 and 85.
I know.
You were right. My bad. I apologize. I commit when I'm wrong. 1983, they went to the Super Bowl in 1985. And you probably wasn't only born for one of those. Now, on top of that, the Bills went in the 90s. All right, like we may be a couple by a century or so.
Can I ask my question?
What?
Okay. You'd rather go to the Super Bowl and win it and don't have one for the next 40 years, or you rather go to 4 and don't win none?
Look, you remember what you said about people believing things?
Yeah.
Well, at least they made it. That's a win
Yo,
for
we
them.
was like, hold on now. When you say believing, we was believing.
Everybody
we
don't make it to the Super Bowl,
They
so that's a win
many,
for both.
It was like 3 lux a charm, 4 times so and so. Like we ain't win none of them.
Well, the bad part about what Buffalo did was they went 4 times and lost. The Dolphins actually won, then went to 2 more, as you just discovered.
You didn't hear me though.
But you got
4 times in a row. I think y'all might have been the first ones to go back to back to a Super Bowl, which was 73 and 74. But then we went
91,
4 times in a row,
92.
and nobody went 4 times in a row and lost, other than the Buffalo Bills. But they did go 4 times in a row. I don't know if whatchamacallit did it. I don't know if Brady did it or not. Did he do 4 times in a row?
He didn't lose.
He didn't lose, but he didn't do 4 times. I think he did like 3 and then lost 1. No, he did. I don't know.
He didn't lose.
I don't know. We got to find out, man. We got to check our stats.
That's
While we
crazy.
doing that, we're going to go ahead and play the one and only, man, Cool People's. Cool, man.
That's crazy.
What song you want to play? That Right Back, that Hard Time. What do you feel, bruh? That Kangaroo?
Right now, we're going to get into that Kangaroo
We're
right
going to get
now.
to that Kangaroo. We on that? We on that Kangaroo. All right, so what's this Kangaroo about?
To get to that Kango, we're going to vibe to it. You know, it's just a nice vibe track. The beat came to me, and
You produced this track?
Nah, somebody sent it to me.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to the homie Pilot P.
Let's get it.
See, I would like to welcome y'all to this player party. Yeah. It's only players in here and playettes, you know? Yeah. We do this every so often. Yeah. I see ya. Nigga so player need a Kango. Going to the places that you can't go. Yeah. Forever nigga, I'ma keep a bankroll. Niggas talk shit but can't hang though. No, you can't hang. Nigga so player need a Kango. Going to the places that you can't go. Forever nigga, I'ma keep a bankroll. Niggas talk shit but can't hang though. Can't hang. Can't hang. Can't hang. Y'all trying to talk like a player. Can't hang. Can't hang. Can't hang. These niggas can't hang. But see, you can't buy this. Can't hang. Can't hang. You gotta be born with it. Can't hang, can't hang, can't hang. These niggas can't only trust God cause I don't trust man. Cooking up a meal like the lunch truck man. Only smoke gas cause I don't trust strands. Might hit it one time like the One Punch Man. I'm a big dog, I be bringing the order. Heard that I'm official, I be flipping the quarters. About to go steady with a bitch out of Florida.
Head good, she can suck a fish out of water. Threw me in that fire, but I just won't burn. See my back against the wall, but I'm just so stern. Fighting over women, man, they just won't learn. See, it's never your pussy, man, it's just your turn. I be going hard like I just don't care. We be everywhere, homie, but you just ain't there. Don't make me get to stepping in a fresh new pair. Bitch, I been fly since the earth had air. They just want the fame, but I'm after the loot. See, I heard a lot of lies, but I'm back with the truth. Jumped in the street, put them back in the stoop. Had them Z's in your food like some alphabet soup. Took a lot of losses, but I won't let go. Yeah, I got a lot of knowledge, but I just don't know. I be going hard, but I just don't gloat. I be going everywhere, but won't go back broke. Nigga so clear, need a Kango. Going to the places that you can't go. Forever, nigga, I'ma keep a bankroll. Niggas talk shit, but can't hang though. No, you can't hang. Nigga so clear, need a Kango. Going to the places that you can't go. Forever, nigga, I'ma keep a bankroll. Niggas talk shit, but can't hang though. Can't hang, 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 can't hang. These niggas can't hang, 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 can't hang. These niggas can't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all niggas can't keep up with me, man. I'm running laps around you niggas. We are running laps around you niggas, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yeah. Frankly, I'm getting tired of the sneak dissing. You heard me? It's boring me. You gotta address me, man. If you ain't gonna address me, you ain't gonna say my name. Don't mention nothing else that surrounds me. You ain't did me nothing. I'ma leave it at that. Hey, hey, these niggas can't hang.
These niggas can't hang, bro. When it comes down to cool peoples, bro, I guess they ain't on that level, peoples. Are they not ready for your shit yet? Are they not ready, cool?
Excuse me, can I have those in a size 10? Oh, that's that fly throwback. Yo, that's that retro joint. Let me get that in the large, please. You got these in a 34? I need them in all black.
Subscribe.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I probably need them in a 36. I need all black. Matter of fact, let me get both sides.
YouTube.com/BehindBackstage.
Oh, look at them socks, yo. We gotta get them socks, yo, for sure. Hey. Spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. I'ma spend a little money, get it right back. Real niggas on top, they don't like that. Ay. Spend a little money, get it right back. I'ma spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. Real niggas on top, they don't like that. Ay. Spend a little money, get it right back. They dogs all bark, they don't bite back. Heard the feds throwing bait, won't bite that. We done ran through the biz, but you wife that. Niggas ran up, you ain't even fight back. Heard he spent on you, you ain't even snipe back. You got a ghostwriter, you ain't even write that. Word on the street, you ain't even like that. Jumped in the game and I came through blasting. Video shoot with the high-end fashion. Glock 9 on me while I'm all in traffic. PlayStation 2, cause my shit so classic. Straight to the top, man, a nigga can't stop. Made it off to her head, straight to the block. She got a pretty face, but she facing a lot. No FaceTime call, through my face in the box. Ain't chasing the clout, ain't changing the route. Ain't taking no shorts, better have my mouth. She seen my account, now I'm all in her house. Like a fucking tongue ring, I be all in her mouth. Gotta stay strapped, can't take nothing from it. Big old player, I ain't going back bumming. $100 bills, blue face like Sonny. Nigga scared money, don't make no money. I had to tell him, spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. I'ma spend a little money, get it right back. Real niggas on top, they don't like that. Spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. Real niggas on top, they don't like that. Spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. Real niggas on top, they don't like that. Spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. Real niggas on top, they don't like that, like that. See, we know you don't like to see us on top. But see, as the globe spin, as the world turn, we gon' get this money. We gon' keep giving back to our people. We gon' keep spending it on black people. We gon' keep spending it with black people. Shout out to all my Latinos. We all one, y'all. Get to this money, man. Let's spend this money. Hey, hey, get it right back. Cool people.
So cool, man. Right now, I'm playing a joint, man. Shout out to Sway, man. Sway in the morning, bro. And you know, I had the opportunity to do like a Miami Cypher with Sway type thing, and cause I like what he was doing. I like what Sway was doing. You know, in the other cities, I was like, bro, you gotta bring it to Miami. He was like, well, let's set it up. And I was like, damn. But at that time, I didn't have the structure. I didn't have, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have everything right. So I didn't know how to do it. And I didn't want to bring nothing, you know what I'm saying, bullshit to him. Because I met Sway before then. We was at the Soca, was it not Soca Fest? Was it Soca Fest? No,
it was, what was that?
What was that joint? With White Clef, Lauryn Hill, the Marleys.
I remember it was down.
What was that? Kaya Fest.
Yeah,
Fest.
there you go.
It was a Kaya Fest at Bayfront, and then that's when we went backstage with the one and only Wyclef Jean. And Wyclef pulled up, and he was on the golf cart. You know, he be driving the artists in, and he was like, what y'all doing out here? Why y'all, you know what I'm saying? I thought y'all was going to be in there. He was like, well, we didn't get, because he was going to do the interview, and my man set it up, and he was like, yo, well, I'll see you backstage. I got you. We'll do the interview and everything. And I was like, well, now we can't get backstage. Shoot. So what we going to do, right? So I guess we just going to wait for Wyclef. Wyclef pulled up, and he told us to go ahead. We went in the backstage with him, and then his assistant had us over, you know, on the side of the stage and shit. And then throughout the whole time, I'm recording shit on my phone, the performances and everything that's going on. And then he comes out, and he's like, all right, yo, turn on the camera, let's go. We ain't got no camera.
We were just starting it. So basically
our
our show
podcast.
was just basically like, you know,
It was a podcast back then.
Apple, our stuff came on Apple, our stuff came on SoundCloud. You know, it wasn't where we had camera set up or anything like that. So it was very different. And we had to, when we started getting cameras, then it got to a point, okay, we need a location. We ain't having everybody over at our house every single time doing interviews. Let's go ahead. We got to get out here. So then, you know, God blessed us with people that were just like, hey, you can come do it at our location here. You know, they already had a studio set up here. You can do it here.
Or we'd be at a green room. We'd be doing stuff inside green rooms and stuff like that. Shout out to that. Man, shout out to the improv. Shout out to, is it Maria?
Maria.
Shout out to Maria, man, at the Improv Miami Durrell, man. Like, one of the illest managers out there, bro. She used to run the Improv in West Palm and gave us a lot of love. So we on this platform now, we can go ahead and tell you we appreciate you, man. So we appreciate everything that you did. And, you know, we're here on Strong Arm Radio. Thanks to Flow Rider, the platform, man, and we're able to go ahead and do what we do, man. Shout out to Flow Rider, shout out to Freezy, shout out to everybody out there that allows us to go ahead and do what we do.
But now, even with you bringing that up, going with you in your career right now, and I talked to DJ about this. What is it that you need help with? Because a lot of people don't ask the artists what they need help with. What do you feel that you need help with that will help you to succeed? Like that would take something off of your hands?
You got all day? You got all day?
Okay.
You said, do you got all day?
Do you have all day?
I got all day.
You sure? Because I thought you said you had some children. So you ain't got all day.
They can take care of themselves. No, I'm going to stop. Go ahead.
Oh, damn. We're going to hear that next.
But no.
Then she said they can take care of themselves.
You know it.
I feel like the biggest thing is exposure.
Okay.
I can't even lie to the point that now the exposure is there, but it's just oversaturated.
Okay.
That's pretty
You're
much.
saying the music is oversaturated. The exposure is not oversaturated. The music is oversaturated. Or the industry.
At first, there was very little exposure. Now it's so many outlets. Everybody realizing I can make some money off this.
Right.
Fuck around.
Everybody
want
wanna
to
make a business.
off this.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Exactly. So now it's a lot of exposure. It may not be the best or the highest,
Right.
but it's really like a domino effect. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to view it. But some exposure now is just oversaturated. Like, you can't be mad at damn, I hate using artist names. The John Doe from Mississippi who can't come get the best talent out of Mississippi, or the whoop-de-woo from Alabama who can't get the best out of Mobile. Man, it's 100,000 people rapping. Especially where I'm from, it's 1 million people rapping. How you think the goat of your town gonna find you?
Do you promote other artists?
All the time in my story. If your shit dope to me, I'm gonna share it. That's just
Right.
my opinion. I got that freedom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just how I feel. But it's hard. It's very hard. You know. So even if you was to say, well, those showcases, yeah,
Right.
then you can have the free showcases, and then it'll be 1,000 motherfuckers out there. Like 100,000 is free. Be there like you ever seen the sign up for American Idol and all that? Mm-hmm. Now I'm not saying it's impossible. If that's truly your goal and intent, then you got to go through these measures. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to find that talent, like you claim, but most people not really gonna go to excuse me, that extreme. You know,
Is
Or
there
labels or anything
And is
like
there
that.
anything else like within your aspect? Like we had an artist here that he said he wished he could have somebody that was he songs write himself. He could songwrite his butt off, all right. But sometimes he needs someone that can songwrite for him, because so it'll free him up to do other things that he needs to do. Is there anything in that nature? Because at the end of the day, I feel that a lot of people, they always try to see what they can get from artists instead of trying to help artists.
Right.
So what is it like? That's why I'm asking. Like, what do you feel that you would need help with?
excuse me. The best question I've ever been asked in an interview by far. Most people don't ask you that. Like, how can they help in life? Period, not just in business or in school or whatever or what have you. But as far as the help, exposure really it, but more so, I guess you could say knowledge, but it's out there.
Right.
I got a phone like you got a phone. Like I assume you have a phone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's out there. All you gotta do is apply yourself. It'll be easy if you had somebody who went through it. By me being the first of what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? I got other family members, thank you, and cousins who want to do it, not because of me. They're just probably passionate or whatever. But now they could see, I could tell them certain things. I don't got nobody that's doing that. Maybe a mentor. You get what I'm saying? I used to laugh at that type of shit growing up, like a mentor type. But
Ain't nobody got to teach me nothing. I already know everything.
Like, do you feel that you would have been further along if you had a mentor?
yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, the right mentor, though. Not
Right,
just any
yeah.
mentor.
Not just any
You
mentor.
know what I'm saying? Like, and the mentor don't have to be, excuse me, they don't have to be successful. They just have to be successful and somewhat a failure in whatever field you're trying to be in.
So at this point in your life, do you feel right now would you be acceptable to a mentor?
For sure.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I found them now. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I have a few mentors.
Yo, you can't have too many, right?
Yeah.
You don't need just one. You need more than one. And people get caught up in that. I need a mentor. You don't need. Listen, it's not just one person that can mentor you in one thing. They can mentor you in so many other things. It's about what you pay attention to. What a mentor is. A mentor can be a man that's giving you the opportunity, or a person that's just paying attention to you and listening to you and giving you information, period. So, you know what I mean? I feel I mentored some chillins, you know what I'm saying, that wasn't mine.
You sure?
Okay, maybe they was.
I'm gonna stop.
It's hard. It's way easier said than done, though. Like, I found all my mentors are passed away. You know what I'm saying? I try to learn from those that's like that. Those kind of the people I idolize and I look up to. Yeah, they gone already.
Mm-hmm. So cool. How many years ago was it when you were? It was like a few years ago that you did the Sway joint. Was that like 2 years ago?
Yeah, man.
And that was one of the illest joints I saw, and I'm like, man. I'm here in Miami, and I don't know this dude. I said, I gotta find this dude. We gotta have him on the show. And this was when we started the podcast. And then it's just crazy how God is and put us right in it. You know what I'm saying? Put us right, you know what I mean, the crosshairs. And I was like, man, this brother's so cool. I'm over here, waiting to do some interviews. And I was like, yo, we gotta get Cool Peoples over here, bro. Like, cause I see him over there. He just did it. I don't know if you did your performance or not, but I know you can perform, and you did an excellent damn performance on the joint I saw on Sway. So I was like, bro, we gotta get this dude Cool Peoples, man. I know he holding down Miami. I know he got the ear to the street. So I said we gotta mess with him. So
the funny thing about the Sway thing, like, you know, the Cypher, the whole, like, everybody, all the artists that knew me, that I knew, of course. I ain't gonna say every artist. I didn't know every artist that was there. But every artist that was finna Cypher were really complaining about the beat selection. You know what I'm saying? They was like, man, what is this? What is this?
yeah, they complained on what beat it was.
Jay Dilla, what is this? Is what they're saying to me. Like, what is this? Alchemist, like, we ain't with this. We from the South and this and that and that. Even in mine, like the beat they gave me, I was really like, nah, I ain't feeling this.
But
like,
you gotta spit on it, and you spit on it.
Nah, they let me go acapella. I don't know.
Oh no, you did go acapella. Shit, you did go acapella.
Yeah, he was the best one up.
He was. That's why I was like, bro, I gotta see this guy. I gotta, like, cause sometimes, you know, people have to see the person in person. Like, for example, I was listening to, shout out to my man Godfrey, cause like Godfrey is cool as hell. Like before Godfrey became who he is, like right now, the big Godfrey and Godfrey, We Trust his podcast. Shout out to him, man. I ran into him here in Miami, in the early 2000s, and it's just like we just kicked it, and I didn't know who he was. And what happened was it was just like a lot of water. It was rain. It was raining like hell, and then I ran inside this damn hotel lobby on South Beach. So I was like, bro, I ain't getting wet up like this. So I went inside the joint, and then he was there, and I didn't know who he was. Nobody was paying attention. And he was like, bro, it was raining like hell out there, right? I was like, yeah. So we just start just kicking it and everything. I told him who I was then, and I was managing some artists at the time. So he was like, yo, bro, let's go hang out. Let's go to my lunch and shit. I got some girls that's coming hang out with us, blah, blah, blah. And then while we were sitting down chilling at lunch, this lady from BET came to him and was like, oh, my gosh, your name is Godfrey, right? Because he did tell me, you know, he's a comedian. I said, okay, that's what's up. You know, I know Larry Dog in Miami, you know. I know comedians, you feel me?
You
like,
mean Godfrey from the Cosby Show?
No.
Oh, okay.
Godfrey, the dude from, let me see if I can get it.
Is there a guy named Godfrey from the Cosby
Godfrey
Show?
got a whole bunch of, I'm going to pull up Godfrey. Shout out to Godfrey, man. So him and T.I. got into it.
This night that you linked with him?
No.
I was going to say, well, damn. This
because you know T.I. had recently he took on comedy. So he opened. Word. He ended up doing. Did he end up headline? He headlined.
Is he good
headlined
to you guys?
he headlined the actual show. So
Godfrey
headlined the actual show, and T.I. just showed up.
Word.
And after Godfrey finished the show, T.I. went on and did a set.
Word.
Godfrey didn't stand out there and wait for him to finish his set. You know what I'm saying? He's the headliner. He just took off to his his green room or whatever, his dressing room, and then T.I. came back there, met him, kicked it with him or whatever, and people said things on IG and Twitter, and so he said, well, you know, he said some things, and people and T.I. got mad.
Why was he mad though? Like,
he got mad. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up some of the things that was said.
He was mad because like he wasn't vibing with him.
All right, so no. So basically, what happened was that Godfrey did his performance, and as you being a headliner, you don't need to be back out there just to watch somebody else perform unless you want to, right? So he was just like, usually when the headliner goes on, nobody else should perform after the headline.
That's what Godfrey said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And was T.I. scheduled to perform after
No.
the headline?
T.I. was not scheduled to perform.
Okay.
T.I. just showed up in Atlanta. It's his city. And Godfrey was like, well, his city. Like, go ahead. Let him go on.
Word.
So he went ahead, did his joint, but Godfrey didn't watch it. And even though he didn't watch it, he said, I didn't watch the performance. But, you know, you know, when it comes down to comedy, it's a lot of things you got to go through, like, you know, this and that and ever, like basically saying, you know, you have to start from the bottom. You have to go to this, that, and the other. I don't know if he said this particular. I mean, I don't know if he said it specifically, but his other people on the podcast definitely said you got to go ahead and do the grind from the bottom to the top. And T.I. is saying, I've been doing this shit every day. Y'all don't know that. You know what I'm saying? That's the point of it.
But this is like, think about this. Let's say you're headlining a show. All right.
You could go do an hour and a half. There ain't no other shows.
And another artist that you know him from, say he came from the comedy world, and then he goes on ahead and he goes on right after you. How would that make you feel? Knowing that you were the one that was the actual
comedian.
headliner.
All right, so yeah,
let's reverse it.
All right, let's reverse it. You're right, Audacity. I get that to you. So if we go ahead and say that,
but
Lil
he says
Duval,
he's been rapping and he's been doing all this.
Say you a star, like you the biggest star right now. You're well, not biggest star, but say you the Ross of Miami right now, right? And Lil Duval come, and then he want to go ahead and do a set. It's, you know, and he's from that city, even though you're not from that city. He's like, all right, go ahead, do your set.
Well, what's the problem?
I don't see the problem. I already got paid for my show. That's how I feel about it. But other people, what you said, ego.
It's definitely what giving me ego. But
and T.I. said he the exception out of all that ish.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Like, if I already got paid for my show, why am I worried? Like,
hey, man, in regard to all that part of what you were saying, there's a valid explanation.
Yes, sir.
But it's not even necessary. The only thing I must say to start this conversation,
yes, sir,
is exceptions are made for exceptional circumstances. So whatever rule you speaking of, I'm the exception to.
Got you.
That's what he's saying. That's what T.I. saying. That the whole rules that people say they, you know, that you got to go through in industries or whatever, you know, how long you've been rocking in this shit. And if another dude come up right after you, another guy just come up right after you, right? And he just, you are headlining your own show. He come up, little young dude come up, and then he does this thing. Are you going to have a problem with it? And he does this thing, and then, you know, he's already a big star in another industry, but not hip hop. He's a star. It's Kevin Hart, for example. Kevin Hart, right? He's nothing for like he doesn't do anything in hip hop, but he comes to your show, and then after your shit, instead of him doing comedy, he wants to go ahead and rap.
That's a great analogy,
right?
T.I. is the Kevin Hart of rap. This comedian is great. I've been seeing his interviews. You know, some of his work.
He got a lot of big words.
Compared to T.I. and their respective careers, T.I. is the Kevin Hart here. I could agree. I think we would all agree T.I.'s music career is bigger than Bro's. Okay, respectfully. Great analogy.
Right.
Personally, me, can't speak for those brothers, me personally. Kevin Hart or T.I. These guys are so big in their genre. What is it helping or hurting me by him doing that? He's not stealing my fan base.
He didn't try to say anything negative, but it's the way that
what I'm saying is I don't like.
And that's again, that's
if
how
the people go. If I meant to do this, if I meant to do this, if there was a malice intent to it, I would have said I would have been the man, me personally, and said, man, yo, you got to go through what I went through. You know what I'm saying? Right. But if it ain't, I would have let the people depict that. You know what I'm saying? When we talk
that's
like
what
how
T.I.
they talk.
was saying. T.I. said they came to hear my life. They came to hear what I need to say, and they liked it. They didn't enjoy it. They booed me or whatever. Yeah. Then that's on me.
Let the internet decide.
Let them go ahead and
let
decide.
them make it. Oh, he left.
I done turned south. You hear me? Let them go ahead and decide.
Now it's both ways though, cause bro, I don't. Yo, bro, your acting career alone is probably bigger than my career, bro. Like this is
acting
me.
Right.
This is me talking to
T.I.
Right. Speaking to T.I. If this was me, bro, what's it to you if I'm not there?
Right.
Bro, what is it to you? Both ways. These are grown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I would see it, bro.
What happened if it
what I
kind of
would've been
took away
telling
from
him.
his show? I'm not saying it did, but what happened if it took away from his show?
You're
Like,
T.I.
not T.I. show. I'm saying it took away from Godfrey's show.
How if you came after me?
Your
Can't
fans
take-
already came out
Because
to
usually
see
the
you.
headliner is the last
You
one to
can't
go,
take
and the
after
show is
something.
over.
You
But your
Unless
fans,
it's an encore. If it's an encore, I come back out.
but hold
I
on,
was
your
trying
fans
not to say this,
already
but
saw you.
What people eat don't make me full. What people fuck don't make me come, etc., bro. Like, I got paid. Y'all saw me in totality. Like, what's the problem? Man, I can start a riot in this motherfucker if y'all want to. Let me get up out of here safely. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it. That's just me personally.
That's why he said it's his city. I'm not going. If he would have said no, if he would have said no, then that would have probably been an issue. It would have been a problem. But he didn't say no. He said go ahead.
Word.
He said I just didn't watch it. I watched it later from the clips, but I didn't watch the show. I went back to my dressing room, did whatever. And I don't think Godfrey did anything wrong. That you know what
He
I'm saying?
didn't,
Like,
but it's the fact of we have media too that took it even further. So, like, really, what is it? Because we're hearing this one side of the story of Godfrey saying that he didn't watch it and he was fine with it, but then another story of him saying, of him not being bothered that he came on after him. Which one is it?
All right, check this out. We're gonna play a little bit of it though. We're gonna play a little bit of it, and then y'all decide. Y'all tell us what y'all think, man. Shout out to my man Godfrey, man. Y'all tell us what y'all think. If y'all
Smiles and shits and giggles, and then when I turn my back and
Hold on,
if you had something to say, I feel like you would have said that right then.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
right.
expect it to be all smiles and shit.
I want to make sure I put context to this. He met T.I. backstage at the concert after T.I. did his thing, and then slapped him up, took a picture with him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like, yo, I'm going to wait for T.I. You know, I'm a fan of T.I. You know what I'm saying? T.I. the rapper, I'm a fan of him.
Not
T.I. the comedian, I don't know. But T.I. the rapper, I'm a fan of. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't know anything about T.I. doing comedy until he had the conversation with T.I. about T.I. saying, yo, I do this. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this. Oh, he said, oh, you really doing this then? You know? But, like, you really, you know what I mean? Because there's people that go ahead. Listen, it's a whole bunch of people from Instagram, right? That goes ahead and try to go ahead and not try, but become stars. And then they can't put a show on inside of a comedy club. But they're Instagram stars. You go to the comedy club and they suck. I'm not going to mention any names. But there's some other ones that's great out there. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't, like, for example, even comedians that was great in the past ain't great now. You know what I'm saying? Tommy Davidson sucks. He was great in Living Color, but he sucks now. You know what I'm saying? Stand up. It's the same shit he been doing for the past 5-7 years.
Yeah, he just keep doing the same
He
show.
keep repeating the same thing.
You can watch it on YouTube. You don't even need to buy a ticket.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah. So it sucks. Like, he hasn't came up with any new material. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like, you want to go ahead and kind of get familiar with shit, but you don't want to see the new shit. You want to go, you want to go further. Like, okay, well, I don't want to see what he just did last week because I want to hear that in the damn club tonight. No, I want to see what he's done in the past. But you using the same material over and over.
So you guys want to see him
live.
Yeah.
At the Improv.
Like, I want to go to a show where I saw where you evolved, you know, because Pete, you as a comedian, you're going to talk about other things.
Sinbad.
Where did you evolve?
For real. Sinbad, for another example. We were there for 2 or 3 Sinbad shows, right?
Yeah.
Every show was different. Every show was different.
So who was the best comedian in you guys' opinion?
Out of we even seen Kevin Hart. Like,
yeah.
when we saw Kevin Hart back in the day, but Kevin Hart was like one of the baddest ones out.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Hart, and I couldn't see anybody touching Kevin. As Kevin got older and, you know what I'm saying, became who he is, like the material isn't.
The fact is how Sinbad works. Sinbad had material, just making the material right there on the spot.
He's talking about stuff that just happened,
you know,
today or this week or yesterday and shit. Like, he's not using stuff that's written. He's a real comedian.
So Sinbad is who you guys rolling with.
As a
That's
comedian
not a
right
bad
now,
choice.
Sinbad. I go with Sinbad for right now, but that I had the opportunity to watch and interview, and I also give it to Dick Gregory. Dick Gregory was amazing, and Dick Gregory wasn't even just comical; he was being honest. It was having a conversation, basically. He was just being honest.
I was I could dig the Dick Gregory for sure. Nah, I was saying I feel you on that. Dick Gregory was a great for real. I was a big fan of Bernie Mac as well.
Bernie
I
Mac,
love Bernie Mac too.
To both. It's love.
I never got a chance to see him live. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking of
me
people I got a
neither.
chance to see him live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't get a chance to see Eddie Murphy live or Richard Pryor. And I think both of them are greats. You know what I'm saying? And Bernie as well.
Word. Chris Tucker, I was a fan of Chris Tucker as well. Out of all of the new comedians, who do you guys like? The social media comedians.
Like Jess Hilarious.
I like Jess. I like Jess. I haven't seen her live though. Like when you say social media, I haven't seen her live. I heard a lot of and the only reason I'm saying I heard this because of Corey Holcomb, and he said that she has bad shows. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't seen her show, so I can't quote him on that because I can quote him on his words. But I didn't see the show. I want to see her show, then I'll tell you if it was good or bad. But I haven't seen Jess Hilarious yet. I want to see her joint, and I think she's good. I like her on social media. I like what she's playing with her kids and her son and stuff like that. So yeah, it's cool. Other than that, man, Kevin Hart.
I think Country Wayne is fun. That's funny.
Not Kevin Hart. Country Wayne. Not Kevin Hart. Cat Williams. Still Cat Williams to this day. Cat Williams, no matter what, has been an excellent comedian from beginning to end. I don't care if they said he lost it or not. He's been the same from when he was basically brought into it from Friday. Mm-hmm. He took his run and he ran with it, and he took it.
Yeah.
Mike Epps didn't do the same thing.
No, he didn't.
Mike Epps is not a not a Cat Williams, because Mike Epps don't got shit on Cat Williams. Mike Epps don't have shit on Kevin Hart. He doesn't. And then he, you know what I'm saying, he's one of the ones that want to battle these niggas. I'm like, why?
Cause everybody
he want to be in a video.
Everybody got different end goals, you know. Some people don't want to be the greatest of all time. I'm not saying Mike isn't. He probably, my family good. I made it out of my, you know. That's probably what it is. I don't know that guy though. I just know he great. Cat Williams had a hell of a run, man.
Yeah,
he's still running though. He ain't stopped.
That man say he got the most Netflix specials for comedians and the highest selling, and he owns all
that
his rights.
He did it all independently.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real player.
You can't hate on that. And real talk, you know how you see him in the movies and everything like that. When you meet him in real life, that's a thug. He's a real dude. Like, man, shout out to my brother, because he's a real cat.
Yeah, he be on 10 for real, man.
100, like, he ain't gonna let nobody try him. He ain't gonna let nobody.
Do you want to tell about a story that happened?
Which one? The Cat Williams and the Shaq joint, or which one?
There wasn't something that happened at the airport too.
I can't remember right now, but yeah, it was something. I ran into him at the airport, and that's when I knew that he was a thug. Like,
he jumped out the
limo, like, "What's up?" He had the Dipset chain on, and then, you know what I mean, he was like all New York. I was like, bro, I thought he was from New York. Why did he have the Dipset chain on? But he was like real as hell. And then somebody was messing with his bags. He was like, "Yo, fix my." Yeah. But he was like real about his shit. He wasn't being like a bougie star type shit. Yeah. He was just being a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. And I respect him being like that, because the way that they portrayed him, was like Cat Williams was I ain't gonna say the word, but it was just like the way they did him in Friday. It was just like, damn, man, Money Mike. They fucked up Money Mike in there, but he was so funny that you couldn't say anything different.
That's my second favorite Friday, man. I like the first one, the third one, then the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. So Cat Williams, Dipset, J.R. Ryder, and Cat Williams get that money. You remember that? He was rap. You remember when he was rapping?
I mean, a lot of comedians, y'all
A lot of them
Eddie
do.
Murphy songs.
Look,
So getting back to it though, because
a lot of them, that's what they want to do. Sinbad used to want to rap.
See what I'm saying?
A lot of them, Lavelle Crawford used to want to rap.
Hey, that guy is hilarious.
That
bro.
he's another one of my favorites.
It's hilarious.
That's another one of my favorites right there. We were grateful to interview him as well.
Yeah,
That's a great guy. So, I mean, everything. I mean, if you think about it, a lot of people they have different things that they may want to do before they got into it. Is there anything besides rapping that you said that you thought that you may want to get into before rapping?
In the industry or just period?
In the industry.
Nah.
All right, then just period.
Outside. It'll probably be sports.
Outside.
It'll probably be sports.
Probably sports.
Yeah, it'll be sports.
What, football, basketball?
It'll have been basketball for sure, yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to think of something besides sports. What would I have been doing? Like, I really don't know. I'd probably be a motivational speaker.
Okay.
Do they make a lot of money? Can
Yeah,
somebody tell me how much? Do they make a lot of money?
Well, actually, they do. If you've been following Les Brown, and I know if you've been following, what's the guy that he brought up, the hip hop, what's the guy? I'm gonna bring him up in a moment. But it's a guy. His name is Hip Hop. Let me put up Hip Hop.
I might have to change career paths on y'all, man. This
Hip-hop.
music, this shit, it's cutthroat.
So I mean, a lot of them they do make a great living being motivational speakers, and a lot of them they'll talk about their journeys and how they went on ahead and people taught them how to set their price. You got people that were like, well, I started off doing motivational speaking, and they shows may have been like 10,000. Then they went to 20, and they like, well, ask for higher. People are gonna come out to you if you set what your worth is. They're gonna come out to, especially in the motivation speaking. They're gonna come out if they feel that you gave them something of value.
Yeah, I think that's with anything though.
Mm-hmm.
You can prove the value and the quality is top tier. Some people have no problem with spending top dollar.
Yeah. So that's like if we bring it back to music with La Russell. He lets his fans or the people that love his music and want to buy his music set the price for whatever they want to purchase his CD for.
Yeah. It's
so
a website called Bandcamp. They used to do that.
Yeah.
Back in the G.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
But if you think about that whole analogy right there, if you're paying for that and you're like, all right, well, you have people that are paying up to $1,000 for his album. Because they feel okay. He's like, pay what you pay what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And if they find that value in you, and they find I feel it's worth $1,000, I'm gonna pay that $1,000.
That's real.
So I mean, I feel like a lot of that it cuts out that where I mean I still I respect the hustle people, and they're like $10 my CD. I respect the hustle because people definitely had to do that, but it's other ways you can do it.
Yeah. It's more than one way to skin a cat.
He just doing it online, and he's pushing the CDs out of his home.
Yeah, that's real.
Real talk, so I love everything that you've been doing, cool, man. And I want to continue to see more because I know you got like so much more in store for us. And I'm thinking, I think we're gonna try to do something on the 31st, man, right before New Year's. Early though, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you probably be doing a show or something on New Year's Eve. I said, you know what I'm saying, on the 31st of this month. So I think I want to get a lot of artists in here, and I want to play everybody music. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody just come in here, say a little something real quick, and be about.
Yeah, I think we should do like it got to be an early joint.
Yeah, we do it start early in the day.
Yeah.
Like at 3 o'clock instead of like 5.
I probably start a little earlier than that.
Like noonish.
Yeah.
Nah, yeah, I'll be here like 2. But invite me when the food come, man.
Yeah, we gonna definitely. Oh, you know we gonna have food.
When the
We
food
definitely
and the
gonna have
ladies
food.
get here,
Yeah,
come.
we definitely gonna have food.
But yeah, and get the artists in here play their stuff. I think that would be a great ass vibe.
You can ring my bell, but yeah, you know. Get
So I got a couple of things I want to ask you.
For sure.
Want to ask you before we get out of here. So these are some behind backstage first, man, and this is the part about behind backstage. We ask every artist. Now, have you ever had the opportunity to write for an artist?
No.
No.
Nah,
Would you want to write for any artist?
I'm not opposed to it. I'm into it. I'm down for it.
That's dope. Have you? What artists have you most been influenced by?
Tupac or Marvin Gaye. They running neck to neck.
And what artists have influenced your music?
It's
Is
a
it just
collective.
Cool Peoples?
It's a collective.
Everybody?
It's a collective of a lot of them people on that wall, like, that influenced me for real, for real.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
What's the most artist from Florida that has influenced you?
Trick Daddy.
Trick?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I saw something on one of your posts. I don't know if it was one of your lyrics, but you said you eat pussy with your goals on.
Yeah.
What's that lyric about?
I feel it's kind of self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty self-explanatory. Let's just, since there's a lady in the room, let's just say it like this. I got expensive taste. That's it.
I like that. I like that. So, all right. So when did you realize that music was the business that, like, was a business about making money? I mean, was a business, music business other than a business of making money? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think I was like 5 years deep in the music when I realized, hey, hold on, man. Wait, hold on, man. I've been bamboozled, man.
Yeah.
I'll never be out niggered again. Y'all be saying that? Man, I was out niggered. I was 5 years deep. You gotta understand, right? I'm an 80s baby. I'm a 90s kid.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, when I came around, you really needed the industry. Like,
Yeah.
Bow Wows
Yes.
and all that. Like,
Yeah.
It wasn't no everybody got a studio in their house and everybody got the internet, everybody could come out. You needed that. So we didn't know nothing about, we had no outlets, let me put it like that. So by us not having no outlets, we knew nothing about a business because the outlets were the business. The business way was through the outlets, signing contracts and doing deals. We knew nothing about none of that. I was literally 5 years deep in rapping, blinded by passion. It hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
damn.
Like a ton of that shit.
So
Was
how much
just
money
like,
you think you may have lost in the industry by not knowing that you should have been making money? Because, you know, a lot of times we do things, you know what I'm saying, because you just need to be there, you know what I mean? Not knowing how important that you may be to be there or how many people you are bringing there. Now, you know, you may be bringing 1,000 people, bro. You know your worth of bringing 1,000 people.
Word. I mean, knowing my worth alone, I know I've lost millions of dollars behind this. There's knowing my worth alone. But you gotta take some losses, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know my worth though.
Cause you just said you were signed to you signed to record labels before, huh?
I know some underground labels though. But
I
know
the
not
labels
to bring,
make money, right?
I know not to bring I know not to bring fans to the show. I'm not promoting shows that I'm not paid for.
Right.
I'm not flooding your venue if I'm not getting nothing out the door or something like that, or off the bar or something like that.
But now let's look at this. You're about to get all your money back. All right. I want you to go check out this guy. I told you I was gonna bring him up. Eric Thomas. He's a hip hop motivational speaker. Go listen to him.
Where he from?
Detroit.
Detroit.
I think he's from Detroit. He went to.
No, he's Chicago.
Chicago?
Yeah, Chicago.
He went to college in Michigan, and it took him 6 years to get his 4-year degree, but he damn sure got it. And They couldn't tell him nothing, and he was already doing his own motivational speaking, and he kind of felt at a disadvantage because he didn't have that degree behind him. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody has to have a degree behind them to have experience or to go ahead and, you know, to do some things. I got a degree behind me in places want to disregard my degree before. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, how do you go ahead and fight it? I think when it comes down to college, you go to college, it's about making relationships, bro. And making relationships with the right people. And I think that's really what college for. It's not about you being at home going to college. You really need to leave and go somewhere and make real relationships. You can't be just to yourself. You got to go ahead and be a part of something, around people, and make the right relationships and the right friends.
Unless you got a plan.
5 to 10 years or a plan. Because 5 to 10 years from now, those people that you went to college from can go ahead and be doing some amazing things.
Word.
I can't say the same thing for people I went to high school or college, because you know what I'm saying, we all did different things.
Well, high school is more so forced upon you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
College is probably for 30, maybe even 50%, but still, it's a large majority of them people that want to be there, that's hanging on by a thread to be there, that's fighting to be in college. I seen a post on the internet, and it was like me and my 16-year-old made the decision that this is his last year in high school. He's not going to finish high school. He's going to focus on a business plan and what have you. And you know, it went
GED though.
Excuse me. It went viral. I just want to know what you guys thought as parents.
As parents, I'm not pulling my child out of high school.
Nope.
I'm gonna tell you that I'm not. As far as college goes, I feel college can be a great thing, but it depends on what that child needs. I feel like trades are better.
Word.
Something that they can take away. Because at the end of the day, it's a lot of stuff that kids know, and they're learning that
They don't know how to.
and they don't even have degrees for.
Right.
But it's a lot. They're learning stuff. They're learning stuff at a rapid speed that even if they were to get a degree in it, you can go further and they say, hey, I'm going to go get a degree in it. But you already mastered it. Isn't it 10,000 hours to master something?
Shit, it's shorter than that, but I believe.
But just if we're really thinking about stuff that that people go out for, I don't say that I don't feel that it's a waste of time, but it's only to that individual. It's whatever your specific goal is. If that's what you decided that you want to do, go ahead. Go the college route. But I'm not gonna fight my child about not going. But I want them to have a plan. I want them to. And honestly, I'm already instilling in my children, have your own business before you even now. Like, get it now.
That's what the mother
And
is
if you decide that you want to still go to college, I'm okay with it. You already got your business. If that's what you really want to do, go ahead. But I'm not going to deter you and say, I'm not going to say what you say, don't go or do go. Like, it's up to you on that point, what you want to do. I gave you the tools. If you want to, if everything fails in this world, you know how to pick it back up again.
That's a fact. I feel like you got to know your children. I'm torn because I don't have children. So for me, this is really a hypothetical. By one being a parent, you would have to know your child. Some are really the school route. Some are not. Trade is actually a great idea because it should be less more money than actually tuitions and all that crap. And it's something for now that's an essential.
You can start a business from that.
I have a friend.
You get the certifications, and you can go ahead and get the right certification and start your own business.
Like, I have a friend that went to trade school for welding. His grandfather owned a welding business. His grandfather passed. He took over that welding business. He makes money. So it's all about, what you're doing. What are you setting yourself for? And this was something that he was passionate about. So it's not that he just went there just because, this is something that he loved to do.
So it's about that. We should still always have that in place.
So because as far as the high school goes, she feel like, I'm not finna lie.
I feel like high school, they should teach a lot more. I feel like financial literacy. like those type of things, how to keep your money, because people are so sprung on trying to spend it
and everything like that.
Yeah, you
keep
get out
hearing
in the
that,
world, you don't know
I
it.
keep hearing everybody talk, like a lot of people talk about credit this and credit that, and you can get this and you can get this credit from the government, you can get this and that and that and this and that, and I'm like, wait a minute, bro. No matter what, you gotta pay it back. So if they even give you $300,000, you can go ahead, use some of that $300,000 and pay some of the monthly bills, but you can't use the $300,000 to pay off the freaking loan. So when you use half of that money to do what you need to do, you still got $150,000 that you have to go ahead and pay back.
Yeah.
Plus the interest on top of the, what you spent. You know what I'm saying? So people get caught up in these trade lines and everything like that. There's nothing wrong with having a trade line, but I believe that you got to have money first. Like you got not just have money, you have to have a business plan. A business plan that's going to go ahead and tell people why they shall invest into you. You know what I'm saying? You got a business plan ready yet?
Yes. But to piggyback on what you're saying, that's what credit is.
Yeah.
Credit is just consignment. It's just my face is clean. I'm going to front this. You pay on the back end. The same as an investment.
Yeah, that's true. But the interest, you have no interest off of investors. Usually. Unless it's a bank.
I'm going to tell you what I've learned. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate.
Exactly.
So who's to say? It
That's
depends
true.
on what you negotiate.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So you may have interest. You may not have interest. You get what I'm saying? But they both work hand in hand. This credit line shows I can give you this without you putting anything down. You good. You going to make up with these payments. Investment shows, well, this business plan is right. You going to make up with this investment. You get what I'm saying? You have to pay something.
But you got to bring money in order to go ahead and fulfill that obligation. Whatever you got, you still got to fulfill that obligation. If you don't pay back that loan, or you're late on that loan this month or that month, or 3 months in the damn line, they're going to go ahead and report, or 2 months in the line, they're going to report that to the credit bureau.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't do anything. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm with you on money is final of all.
Right.
But I'm just saying it's the same as an investment. Either way, you have an obligation you have to feel, and whoever invested something in you gonna want their back end.
That's real. But sometimes they lose it, and it doesn't hurt you. I'm being real. Like, there's a lot of artists out there
I can see
that I've seen that put money behind the artist. I even put money behind artists because I was managing the artist. So while I'm managing these artists, I got to pay for the studio time. I got to pay for the music. I got to pay for the producers. You know what I mean? I got to pay for the... I just said studio time already. So, but I'm just saying, like, I got to pay for my shit to make sure that... And then when we're inside the clubs to promote their music, I can't just go do it by myself. I got to bring the artist with me. I got to pay for the artist to get in.
So where you take your loss at?
You constantly taking a loss in the beginning. You end up taking a loss. I mean, I have not honestly taken a win from anything from the artists I've managed in the past because of even my own management contract said that they had to spend 50% in order for the studio time because that's what they wanted in the contract, but they ain't had the money. So if they ain't got the money, how the fuck we gonna make any music?
What I'm saying is, that's true. But be that as it may, rest in peace to the late Young Dolph and Nipsey Hussle. I don't know these guys. I wish I could have met them guys. I hope we can have some ciphers in heaven. But when I get there,
Real talk.
hopefully it's no time soon. But I'm saying this to say, those guys probably would tell you out of all the money that was spent, once you invest that much into something, you have to find a way to get an income out of it.
Yeah.
May it be shirts, CDs, something has to sell. I don't care if these guys got to be out here on these corners like these children that play Optimus. Right, man, do you want to invest in my rap career? We're going to Orlando, just like they be playing football. And You gotta find a way to get.
But that's even like when you bring the homies
You know
in
what I'm
it.
saying?
That's even when you bring the homies in. I had this conversation with an artist this week here on Strong Arm Radio. And shout out to Strong Arm. Make sure you download the app. This is Behind Backstage. We are live. This is your boy DJ Newkirk and got the audacity. But I had to go ahead and do that, yeah. But anyway, into what I was saying, but I forgot now. What was I saying?
You was talking about some artists that you brought in because we
Anyway,
bringing the homeboys.
homeboys.
Yeah. So when you bring people, like, all right, when you start off, when it comes down to music, you want to bring your homeboys with you. When do you know to cut out your homeboys? Is one question, right? Because you want to bring everybody with you because you're growing. So what I said to the artists was that, bro, they need to go ahead and form their own businesses while they around you. One, go ahead and make the T-shirts. You give a kickback to the artist. Don't mean the artist got to get 100%. You give a little kickback to the artist because the artist ain't even thinking about the damn T-shirts right now. So now my man just thought about an idea to go ahead and create T-shirts for this artist. So go do that. The other one can be doing marketing. You know what I'm saying? Now he's marketing specifically for this artist. As he's getting bigger, now he can go ahead and market for other artists.
Yeah, but they do that.
Right,
Yeah.
but not everybody do that. Some
Every
niggas stay.
artist does that.
No, that's bullshit.
Some of
niggas
them,
stay in the street.
yes.
Niggas stay
I
in
know
the
some
street.
that
they
will
ain't
sit
getting
around
money.
and
They
they
sitting
just
around. Watch this. They sit around. They fly everywhere with this artist.
Every artist does this. Are y'all ready to see how they does this? Every artist does this. Every artist is not surrounded by no disrespect to no one. Everybody's not surrounded by a computer geek or someone who's technology savvy. So you know what they do? They employ these
get the
people
homies.
to protect their lives. That's what they employ these people for. These are the people who take the gun charges. These are the people who take the drug charges. These are the people who shoot. These
I'm
are
with
the
you.
people
Yes.
who
I'm with
kill
you.
and
I'm with
get
you, bro.
shot.
That's not. But
That's their job.
that's
what
their
they're
job.
employed to
But you still got ones that's in the streets still doing what they. I mean, they
Because
still
there's
in the
not a
streets.
lot of money coming around to feed everybody.
But if you selling fucking T-shirts at every show that say it was Young Dolph, for example, that he was going to, you will make a lot of money. You like if every T-shirt like if you go, we went to a Kendrick concert, for example, right? So Kendrick concert, they selling the T-shirts for $50 fucking. You know what I'm saying? Outside. In the concert, they selling for 80 to 100 to 120. The hoodies is like 120, 140 type shit.
But these is dudes that came from Atlanta and they
They
sitting up
just-
there and they out there and they hustling Kendrick Lamar shirts, making money off
They
these
don't
shirts.
even know the artist. They
But
don't
people are
even
buying
know
from
the
them
artist.
because they're getting cheaper from them than going inside the venue and getting it for getting the basically same damn thing.
It's artists doing artist shit that's doing it for other. That's smart. It's some artists that's out there smart enough that's trying to get themselves on. That go ahead and do the hustling like that to get music for to get money for their music, but it's other people that's right there with the artist that could be doing this shit versus the artist or the venue paying somebody to do it and give them such a small percentage. You understand what I'm saying? The homies could still be outside making money even if they gotta give Ticketmaster whoever a percentage inside the building. Niggas always outside hustling. And then if you are them dudes, if you are the ones to take the charges and everything else, then you the ones that go ahead and say, yo, you better not be selling our shit. Not our shit. You gotta shug them. You ain't supposed to be selling our shit. All right, am I getting too violent right now? What am I doing? What's good, cuz? Tell me.
Yeah.
I'm being real, though.
Okay, all I want to say, if
But,
you're,
dude,
if
I
you're
got-
on the
you know I
level
got
of
it
a
right.
Kendrick Lamar, you're probably nowhere near the crowd if you're his homie.
Exactly.
Right.
That's too big of a guy, too big of a status for your homie to be selling
But
T-shirts inside of.
I'm just using Kendrick as an example.
That's
I'm
too
not.
big
I
of
don't
a
want to
box.
say any
Now,
other
I
artist
watch
names.
Currency get off the stage, excuse me, like he do at all his shows and interact with the crowd.
Right.
Underground artists, independent artists, that's how in touch he is. You probably can't do that to Kendrick. It'll probably be a mosh pit in a
Right.
riot. That's how big of an artist he
But
is. People
that's
gonna be
why
jumping
you
off
that's why
third
you
floor.
schedule.
Yeah.
No, that's why you schedule. That I mean, that's like when it comes down to that type of industry shit, you schedule meet and greets.
Yeah,
Meet
they
and
have
greets
one.
are throughout this time from 8 to 9 or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then you bring the people in to meet them. But at that time, you can be selling merch. You can be
Say,
doing
yeah,
what
you
you
can-
need to do because they're gonna want this.
And
And
what I'm
on
saying-
top of that, they have the merch
And
to
what I'm-
get signed.
And what I'm saying is these artists are so big that they already have people appointed to do said things.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
You don't think these people got? Come on, man. You don't think
Man,
Kendrick
there's
got
too many
somebody-
artists out here right now that don't do that. It's a lot. I mean, it's. I'm not sleeping on the ones that do. But I don't want to say no names. See,
These
I don't
are
want to do it because,
street-
like, I know I say that I ain't gonna go.
These
anyway,
are
'cause,
street cats, bro. These are street cats, bro.
You know, I'm
really
on
think
here.
that-
I'm over here with cool people because you know people gonna pay attention. You know what I'm saying? So I can't go ahead and say too much. You know what I mean?
You think these people, man? These are street cats. But I agree with you though. They should be doing something positive.
But street caps, if they can though, like, listen, this is what I know. I know how to sell, nigga. I know how to flip. I know how to do this. I know how to do that. Some, again, like you said, some are
Majority of
shooters.
them,
A shooter's
yeah.
gonna be a shooter. Shooters, that's what that person is there for, and that's his job. Plain and simple. And if he gotta take that charge, whatever it is, then that's his job. And his family better be taken care of for that.
I don't
But-
know, man. I feel like a lot of them ain't
Sad.
that driven, bro.
You said what?
A lot of them aren't that driven. bro.
Exactly.
That's what we was talking
That's
about.
what we getting at.
Yeah. So what do you do now?
So right now, if you got 5 guys around you right now,
Word.
if you don't tell them what they need to do, they're not gonna go ahead and do them for themselves.
And if you tell them what they need to do and they still not doing it, or they're doing it and they're not doing it right,
But then hold on, watch this. Then the next guy come around and do it. Now they hating on him. It happens, don't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So why is that guy that's making the t-shirts or, you know what I'm saying, pressing the CDs or doing whatever to get that artist's name out there? Because it's more promotion for the artist, but they're able to make a own business for themselves and make money for themselves. You know what I'm saying? I know when you go ahead, you go to shows, you got your shit, you going to go ahead and sell your shit. Bam. But if you had a team with you, right?
Word.
You out. You know what I'm saying? You do go ahead, kick it with the people. And then if you got something to sell right then and there, you can go ahead and sign it. If it's right then and there, you're going to sign it. If somebody walk up with any merch from you, what you going to do?
If they ask me to sign it, I'm going to sign it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. And then how would you feel when somebody comes up with you and they got a I Love Cool People shirt on?
I'm trying to see how this equates to my homie who has no drive.
Okay. So the one that has no drive, he's just sitting around and he gets mad at the next dude that comes up and does it. And now they trying to kick that guy out the group. Or they hating on that guy. It happens often.
That's why you got to put the homie in the field that he comfortable in. You can't. That's the same thing.
Do you know?
What? Stay at home?
Do you know?
Because I mean, it's giving me lazy vibes.
And then you like, all right, bro, you off the tour. You off the tour, cuz you ain't doing nothing. You off the tour.
But you know Rome wasn't built in a day. This that same guy who was like that when y'all ain't had nothing. So now he's supposed to be super, because you've been on this grind this whole time. Remember, you got this.
So
tour.
then you got to know that you don't. If it's all about what you want at the end of the day.
It's all up
If
to
you
that
don't
person.
I don't want no lazy people around me.
What I'm
So
saying is,
if I know the person got lazy, you ain't gonna be around me. You're not gonna be helping me on my career because you're lazy. So if I can't deal with that, you're not gonna have you being lazy and just thinking that you just gonna be around just to be, hey, I can call you for a plane trip or something like that, and you can meet me if that's what it needs to be. But you're not gonna be around me being lazy because this is work right now. I'm business, so this is my brand. So my brand, everything got to work in place. You can't just be around me being lazy.
that, and what I'm saying is,
Some people like people being lazy around them.
be that as it may,
Some people some people may get off on it because they have to wait. That person has to wait for them before they can do anything.
or
No, let's be real. Like, say, I don't want to say Chris Brown, but I mean, just say, for example, a person of Chris Brown's stature, and anywhere that Chris Brown goes, you know what I'm saying, the homies with him, and they're protecting them too. Don't get it twisted. But if Chris say it's time to eat, like I heard a story about an artist. I don't want to say the artist's name right now. From Atlanta though, I can say that much. But he had a they went to a restaurant, right? He bought 40 wings, right? Ate about 34 or 5 of them. And then that was it. The homies went and grabbed what was left. You understand what I'm saying? Some artists are like that, where you have to wait for it's time for me to tell you when it's time to eat. You got to wait for it's time for me to tell you when it's time to go shopping. It's time for me to go ahead and tell you to do this and that. Because you on my time. Because I'm not on your time, because you're on my time. This is my time. It's my money. So that's how certain artists feel.
Some artists probably feel like I got people to do my T-shirts because they are professional, as opposed to getting my friends.
But if your homie say, yo, bro, I can do that shit, bro. I can do that.
It's different if he say I can. That's a different side of the discussion. If he's lazy, he probably not going to say I can.
Right.
Probably not going to say I
will.
Meaning,
I can get all the hoes for you. I can get all the hoes for you, man. I got you with all the hoes.
What I'm saying is, you're going to put people in position to do the things that need to be done. If that happens to not be one of your friends, you know, so be it. If they are on that type of time that they on, that's some weirdo vibe thing. I just don't rock like that. That's me personally. But maybe some feel like my business together. You know what I'm saying? I help my friends as much as I can.
We all got friends that's just lazy, bro. We all got friends that's lazy.
And you
are you supposed to take them everywhere with you?
Yeah, if they want to come and be lazy around you. But I feel like it's just like the condition of black people. You can't worry about what don't affect you.
Right.
If everybody else selling my shirts and selling my CDs here and my merch, and I got friends here doing nothing, but everything I need to be done is covered, go do nothing, bro.
But don't you think that gives an opportunity for other bullshit to happen? No, for them to go ahead and sell. I'm saying, like, say, yo, now instead of us, you know what I'm saying, selling T-shirts, we selling drugs or something, you know what I'm saying, back home, because this is the money I was able to save up while I was out. So now I got to send this back home so I can go ahead and move like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, because I'm associated with you, you associated with me, now I'm pulling you down because I'm doing something that I know I can get money from, because it's damn near guaranteed, because I know the streets. You know what I'm saying? But if it's not the streets, then, I mean, if it's, excuse me, if I'm doing something legitimately, you know what I mean? The only fuck the problem is you got to pay taxes. Other than that, you should be good when it comes down like the selling the T-shirts, for example, or the CDs or merchandise, like whatever type of merchandise. You can have a damn DAO, bro. You can come up, they can come up with any fucking a Cool People's DAO, bro. Like any idea that you want to come up with, they can do, from the hoodies to the pants to the damn shoes
to the socks, cool
to
socks.
The socks. You know what I'm saying? To the, you know what I mean? Anything. So it's opportunities out there, and it's not like it's hidden anymore. We see everything on social media. We see everything out there in the eye. So it's just like, yeah, but this is easier. I ain't got to do nothing.
Again, if that's the path you choose as a homie, I'm just going to make sure my T's are crossed in my body. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
But even if you, I mean, I'm not saying you particularly, but if people like that have people around them, shouldn't their eyes open up? Like, shouldn't they open up their eyes and be like, yo, bro, it's time to make money. It's time to go ahead. Like, what can I bring to this table? Like, what can I do for my homie? Like, what? Like, they don't think that way. They just like, what can I get from homie?
And if they don't,
everybody else is getting this from homie. Why
but
can't I
it
get
brings
this?
back to what I had asked you earlier.
What's up?
Or what you need help with. What people can bring value to you. See, if you have people around you that bring value to you, and so some things that can be taken off your plate, and there's other things that can go on ahead and be worked on. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Sound Oracle. Sound Oracle is Timbaland's sound designer. All right. And he's also a producer in his own right. Done a lot of people from Jay-Z, Polo to Don, worked on a lot of music, Justin Timberlake, a lot of them. So what I'm going to say is one thing I learned from him, and he had taught me, he said, be of value to people.
Word.
He had a guy that, he's a songwriter and producer himself. He lives up in Orlando. The guy, he took him under his wing. The guy was like, well, I'm good at writing blogs. So the guy was writing blogs for him.
Mm-hmm.
At this time, he's writing blogs for him. This guy's going to Atlanta, meeting up with Sound Oracle, but he's working inside the studio with him now. But he's doing what he wants to do, but he's writing blogs. You're adding value to this person, but you're around these other people. But now you have somebody that's mentoring you too.
Word.
But you're helping them, and in turn, they're helping you because they're putting you around these other people that you probably wouldn't have been around.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're showing you the ropes and how to put out your sound kits and sell them and do all these other things. And now you're working for yourself.
And that's how. Okay.
But see, a lot of people don't look at it that way because they just feel like, man, what can I get out of this person instead of how can I help this person? You set yourself up for what you set yourself up for. If you set yourself up for greatness, you're going to get greatness. If you set yourself up for failure, you're going to set yourself up for failure.
And for those who don't realize this and want to be lazy, y'all going to kick them to the curb, I suppose? That's what y'all going to do. They got to go.
I mean, you got to. In a certain extent, though. If you don't, then sometimes those brothers can pull you down.
It's like me taking.
I know you can't go ahead.
It's like me going to this very important meeting. And I know that I'm about to make this deal. Say it's Netflix, and I have a movie. I have this movie that I want, and I know that we're about to make this deal. And I bring the most rowdiest person with me. Do you think that deal is gonna happen?
Movie, though. He know you. He just pull up on you because he know you doing the movie.
But I select and I be like, man, because this is my this is my homie. He been or her, wherever. She be the most rowdiest person. But I think she's funny. But other people don't think she's that funny because they just think that it's raunchy. It's not really funny. She comes in there, she starts making jokes like this. Now people around start feeling uncomfortable. Do you think my deal's still gonna happen?
If there's a raunch person presenting the deal, maybe yes.
Maybe. But just let's put it in a business aspect, and you bring it like sometimes it depends. It's like you gotta know your room. You gotta know who you can bring and who you can't bring.
I'm gonna tell you something, right? One of the most powerful things that I've ever thought of in my whole life. I promise nobody never told me this. How many alphabets are there? 24. It got to be like 26. That's that Buffalo math, man.
Yo, you been off too all day, you know?
Okay. Out of all the alphabets there is, what's the most powerful alphabet? Not together. Together they are words. What is the most powerful alphabet?
The letter?
Letter. What is the most powerful letter? I.
Mm-hmm.
I is the most powerful letter.
That's that buffalo for your ass. Ah!
I.
Right.
Who brought this ratchet person?
That would have been exactly.
Okay. There's no way around it. There's no way around
Exactly.
I rest my case.
It is the way around.
There isn't.
Don't bring it, but
that's it right there. So there's no way somebody. I said all that to say there's.
So
no
now
way.
you leave out the brother. Now people mad at you for leaving out.
Hold on. We're gonna get to that bridge. There's no way to say that someone can bring you down. You are accountable for
exactly.
You. So if you got somebody lazy around you and all your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted, what their laziness is nothing. And you did bring up a point that struck something in my mind as you were speaking. Them people who are around bring a lot of value because there's a big saying. I don't know how true it is because I haven't made it to the top of the mountain that I'm aiming for yet, but I'm going to get there. But it's lonely at the top.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's company. Hopefully it ain't the way he was speaking on it, because some people
Right.
do
Right.
feed off that negative energy, throwing scraps to people. But that
Right.
there is also that company, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that could be what those lazy people present. Not just company, that organic, that real,
real
that
love.
homegrown. Like,
Yeah.
y'all was with me when I ain't had nothing. Ain't even about y'all mooching off me. I know everybody else here because I got something.
Mhm.
Right.
Because these same people will walk by me.
No,
if
I'm
I
not gonna
had a
lie.
cup.
I got people that's like that, but
I'm
they're
saying.
not lazy by any means.
But I'm saying.
But I'm just saying, just to have you around, yeah,
Yeah.
I totally understand that. I mean, it happens. You gonna want that. You're gonna, especially if you're out the country. Sometimes you just want to have people around you that actually care about you.
Even if they're lazy or drug addicts or bases, unfortunately, or alcoholics, unfortunately, this who, you can't choose your family. You can
Right.
change it, but you can't choose it. Same thing, like you can't choose your friends, but that's something that's very rich, that company, that friendship, that companionship. You know what I'm saying? Even if they're
Yeah.
lazy.
Nah,
Can't let 'em be
I
around.
get you
That's
on that.
true.
I'm just
It's-
coming.
we're just
I'm
mo-
just coming on a business side. If I came and then we came about business, you need to be about the business. If you're not, then this is not the area for you right now. And I'll come back and circle back around when it's your time.
And guess what that creates? Lazy friends. And now we're back at square one.
No. Look, no, we're not circle. I'm not saying circle around for you for business. If you want to come and you can hang out or something, well, I could circle back around. We can hang out. But if we about business, this is about business.
Word. I feel like
That's it.
I mean, your friends are who your friends are. You gotta
Yeah.
know your friends as much as you can know them, because you really can't really know people. But if that's who they are, that's who they are. You just really have to worry about you, unless you're a Siamese twin. Shout out to Booneville. Unless you're a Siamese twin, you gotta really worry about you. You know what I'm saying? If you lazy, then I ain't stopping you, man. You can't stop my flow. There's demons that can't stop this, so I doubt that a human can do it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel where you coming from, bro. So, it's just some people that's got to go ahead and chill, and some people that's just there just for companionship.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
some
Be the
don't
homie.
work. Some
You know what I'm saying? But if they there for companionship, then they can't be doing no extra shit outside the circle of that, right?
I mean, I don't know. I look at it like, look at Wu-Tang. Take Method Man or any Wu-Tang member, the rappers, not the other 45. Look how many other people were around them. Some were beneficial, I'm sure. Some were detrimental. But it's balance. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You're
true.
gonna have two people around you. One got to be good. Try to have one. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But you really can't control, because if you cut all the lazy people off, you may not have, you may have a bunch
Everybody
of
may have a lot of yes guys.
Yes, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What keeps you on your grind, bro?
Poverty. You ever slept on the floor, you know. Like, not you, I'm saying in general.
Oh,
like,
yeah. No, I
anyone.
have.
Yeah, anyone. If you ever slept on the floor, you know, like, that shit'll keep you going, bro.
What does the grind mean to you?
If I could put it in reality, this right here, man. Like, I really seen you guys grind, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is respect, bro. Like, every time I come here, it's professional. It's amazing. This is grind, dog. Grind. Every time I see y'all working. Every time y'all see me, I'm working.
I know that's why you so tired right now, bro. But the grind ain't
I'm
gonna stop
lit
you.
right now. I done rolled up. Got something in my cup.
That's what's up. I feel you. So, have you ever finessed your way backstage to a concert?
Never.
No.
I'm one of them people who feel like I'm not watching the BET Awards until I'm on it. I'm not. I don't go to concerts. I don't do none of that.
You never used to go to concerts when you were younger?
Nah, I went with a shorty. Like
Yeah,
I took
yeah,
my
yeah,
girl, like to the Forest Hill Drive concert. I actually got to meet Big Crit last night for the first time.
Oh,
ever.
that's
Oh, that's
dope.
dope.
But I went and seen him on the Catalactica tour. He has an album called Catalactica. That shit is fire. It's an old album though, but it's fire. And he came down here then. I didn't meet him then, but I performed last night and I got to meet him after he performed.
Oh, that's dope.
And but that was with a shorty as well.
Mm.
Like I went and seen J. Cole at the Forest Hill Drive tour
Okay.
for Fort Lauderdale with a shorty. And I also seen J.
So you
Cole.
wouldn't have went if it wasn't for a shorty.
Not at all.
Did she take? Was she taking
Just
you? Or
a
you
straight
took
not
her?
at all.
Nah, it was both different times.
Okay.
But I can't admit I took her to the Dollar in the Dream tour. But
Okay.
it was $1.
Yeah.
But, I mean, neither here nor
You
there.
really
I took
wait.
her.
It's $1. It was $1.
I know Audacity told me about
It
the
was
tour.
$1.
I remember.
Downtown,
I remember.
overtown.
Oh wow, because I didn't know where it actually happened at, but I knew it was going around the United States and shit. And she was like, "It's only $1 to get to the inside the concert." I was like, "Bullshit."
This is
$1.
before, like, this is before who that. This is
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. That was. I know that was. We was on.
This
them-
was not
that
like
was his
that
mix. His
picture.
cold summer mixtapes. and shit.
Yeah, it was like warm up, come up, Friday night lights type shit.
Yeah.
Like, amazing kid. Like, that's how my stage presence, how it is now. Him
That's
and
real.
Big Crit, bro. Like, them kids they different.
Yo, I like Big Crip, bro. I do. I like him. I like the other dude too, man. Well, my man, we ran into what's his name? Hitchcock. What's his name? Audacity. I don't want to say his name wrong. Dion. It's
Who are you
from
speaking?
Hitchcock when we was at Atlanta's airport.
Oh, you talking about Deontay. Deontay Hitchcock.
Yeah, I didn't want to say his name wrong. So we said, we ran into Deontay Hitchcock, and then he started working with
Everybody always compare him to J. Cole.
Yeah.
And he started writing for J. Cole. He actually he did
hooks and stuff.
hooks and stuff for him. But he's also on the album with him. It's what album is that?
Yeah, Cold World is a
It's
monster,
one.
man.
It's that album that it's like a collection of people. That's on it.
Dreamville, the Dreamville
Oh,
joint.
yeah, J. Cole presents Dreamville. Dreamville
like that.
presents.
I believe so.
I think that's what it is. But it was like, you know what I'm saying? We met him then and his producer, man. And shout out to them, bro. And it's like, bro, he's about to be the next one. And you know how you always hear that? He's about to be the next one. He's about to be the next one. And then these people don't become the next ones. I mean, he's still on his grind. He's still making his name for himself. But eventually he's going to be there. You know what I'm saying? I've met so many people in Miami and then people not from Miami, but, you know, like Memorial Day weekend, everybody's here. And they got CDs and DVDs and everything. But then these people would never amount to anything. Nothing.
Who you guys going, Cold World or Kung Fu Kenny, man?
I'm going Cold World.
Cold World.
Dang, dog.
I haven't heard Kung Fu Kenny Man yet. I ain't gonna lie. I'm going Cold World, period. I heard Cold World. I listened to that shit back and forth before Jay pulled it up like that. Let me see. So, what was the first time you met a star?
I went to middle school with Trina's little brother.
Mm-hmm.
Rest in peace. I went to middle school with Trina's little brother. So, like, we used to have this thing called early release. Everybody get out, like, I guess, like 3 hours earlier than normal. We used to get out, like, 3 hours earlier than normal release.
Mm-hmm.
And almost every early release, it'd be Trina,
Mm-hmm.
the Brat, and Timberland picking him up.
Damn.
And all my friends used to run after the car.
Mm-hmm.
You know how like music
Of
videos
course.
used to be in the 90s?
Yeah.
I would have been over there.
I never knew what the fuck, why y'all running after this car?
Yeah, that's
You're not
funny.
finna catch this car.
Right.
If they wanted you to
They
catch
ran
this
after
car,
they. Oh no, they weren't outside waiting or anything like that. They were just in the car waiting for him.
yeah, like to pick them up.
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah,
normal
they weren't.
parent
You don't
would.
chase the car after they leave.
No, they rush the car like you would rush a celebrity. You
Oh,
know what I'm
okay.
saying? Like,
That happened in Audacity.
yeah. Oh,
What are you talking about? Oh,
They used to rush the car.
I'm sitting here like, what happened?
They rushed the car on
So it was at this time. It was what was that? When was that? That
Memorial Day weekend, I think it was, or something like that. Probably.
No, it wasn't Memorial Day weekend.
It wasn't?
It's when they used to have the.
Oh, it was a Khaled birthday bash.
No, it's when they used to have the Vibe Awards. The Source Awards. My bad. Source Awards. When they used to have the Source Awards, and I came down. We were on South Beach. We were coming around. We almost got ran off the road by what's that group? Bone Crusher. All right, they were in a Hummer. Yes, out of all people, really think about it. And they was like, I'm sorry, because they really almost ran us off the road. Because they was driving wild, and when we were walking, I already saw Missy's Lamborghini. It went, and she had passed, and I was like, oh shoot, I was like that's Missy's Lamborghini right there. But when we actually get out onto the street, it's this alleyway.
We in the alleyway and behind like
and I'm like
and shit.
I was like, I knew that was her Lamborghini. I saw her. She had rolled down her window, and then she rolled it up. I was like, that's her right there. Then
and she's a producer. Hold on. Audacity's producing at the time, and she wanted me Missy, and she's been talking about Missy for a minute. So I was like, all right, well.
I was rapping too.
Yeah, she was rapping too. Yeah.
So Bone Crusher is right there, and I was like, man, I looked at them, and they was like, we sorry. We see him, but I'm looking. I'm like, okay, so it's my friend. She walked with me because at first I was like, I don't know if I want to go meet her, and she's like, come on. At the time, I'm like probably like around 20 years old at this time, 19 or 20. And I go walking. I'm like, all right. So she's like, all right. She's like, come on, let's go meet her.
Can I charge her? Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me see. Go ahead.
She's like, let's go meet her, and I'm like, okay. So we walk up, and then she's like, she looks at her Missy's bodyguard, and she's like, hey, she's like, can I go meet Missy? And he was like, no. And he was like, what about her? And he looks at me, and then he looks at Missy, and Missy rolls down the window, and she's like, come here. I walk over. All this paparazzi just jumps out. Give me your picture. Whoa. I was like,
on her car,
yes. I walked away. Right. I was about as close as I am to you. That's as close as I was to her at that point.
Damn.
So
she missed her opportunity because of paparazzi.
Because of paparazzi at that time, I was like, maybe I should have pushed them all and then walked around and then sat in the car and gave my best 16 in. But then no. But at that time when you think about that, but things always come back around full circle. It's about if it's that time that you should meet that person. Word. I mean, I was lucky to out of the people that inspired me with music production and songwriting, she was definitely one of them. Timbaland was definitely one of those producers. I loved everything he did sonically, and I had the opportunity to go ahead and meet him. That was Rolling Loud 2018. I was able to meet him. So, and hey, put have a face to, my name and who I knew at that point, because I already had met Sound Oracle prior to even meeting him. So when I'm able, he's like, oh yeah, all right, you're part of the fam. Like, it's not just off of like, hey, like this, like I'm actually, and then I'm able to actually sit there and have that conversation with you that I wanted to have that conversation with you before. Yeah. And it's not people interrupting us while we're having that conversation.
Sunny Digital did try that.
I didn't even know that was Sunny. And shout out to Sunny Digital. At that time, I didn't even know that was Sunny Digital. But yeah,
Tim was like, tried to go ahead.
Tim was like, he's like, wait. He's like, me and her ain't done. Whoa. So it was kind of, we were able to have that conversation.
Shout out to Timbaland, man. I can't wait to go ahead and see him on the show, because we gonna get it back. Because let me see what's next. Oh, matter of fact, when it comes down to Tim, he told me actually the other day. He told me to make sure I locked the interview in with him, and I didn't yet. So I'm gonna lock it in. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't. I've been busy, son. We had to get Cool Peoples in the building before we got Timbaland back in. You know what I mean? We haven't brought Timbaland to Strong Arm yet, but Timbaland's been a Strong Arm before, so shout out to Tim. Yeah. So have you I'm sorry. Have you ever had anxiety because of music?
Yes.
Have people kind of gave you anxiety before?
Yes. Hell yes.
So what have you done to like kind of help you, like for other people that go through? I know like Wale goes through the same kind of problem, that if it's too many people around him, you know what I'm saying, that he needs to like leave. You know what I'm saying? He can't stay there if they're like, you know what I mean, like a bunch of people around you at one time, because he feels uncomfortable.
I never knew that.
Yeah, he gets a lot of anxiety and shit, so he has a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, have you had that problem before?
Yeah, but not in that sense.
Mhm.
Like I be having anxiety, but not like because of crowds.
What have you done? Oh, never because of crowds?
Not because of crowds.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
it may make you nervous, but I wouldn't go as far as to say.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like, okay, got you. But now, what do you do to help your anxiety when you do have anxiety?
I don't have
Anything?
Have a remedy.
No. I mean, that's not remedy. I mean, some people may have like practices or breathing patterns or something they may do to help them with themselves.
Like, do you take self-care days?
No.
Okay. So that's something you got to work on doing, man. Taking self-care days.
That's real. Yeah.
It
probably wouldn't help my anxiety though.
Probably not help, but it get you probably like on a different, because I understand the whole thing with that. That's not something that is gonna be a care for that at all.
Nah,
it's not. That's something that's
just
actually
medication, and it's just a temporary fix.
and that's not even gonna
my
work.
anxiety.
No, it's not a cure. It's a temporary fix. Everything's a temporary fix.
My anxiety is like, damn, they not better than me.
Got you.
Like, if I could be honest, like, I really get anxiety off of that. Like, this shit is not better than me.
I agree.
That's not it.
I agree.
That ain't it, yo. It gives me anxiety. Like, I think I get anxiety. Okay.
Mentally. It's like mental anxiety because you're thinking about something so much.
I'm just back into a corner. It's like, this ain't it. Like, you got.
I got you.
I got some. Okay, so a young lady once told me she cried just because she knows she can't do something about something. Like, she know her most violent thought will not justify or satisfy her. So she cries, right? That's just her mental,
right.
Physical way of dealing with it.
Do you think all women are like that, or just maybe that person?
I can't speak for all, but that's what she explained to me. You feel me?
Gotcha.
So, I feel like that's my anxiety. That's my body's reaction, realizing I can't do nothing about this. I can, but like at this present moment right now, I can't do nothing about it. It's a steady grind. I got to build this up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you.
this is what y'all think is. This ain't it. This is not. I'm better than this. This is not where it's at. Like, this number one. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It don't make any sense. It's like, I honestly, like, when it comes down to something like, when it comes down to your music, we need more uplifting music. And I think when you bring some, like, the majority or even 98% of your music is uplifting, if not 100%, you know what I'm saying? Because I haven't heard every damn thing. So, but I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, you got some gangster shit out there too. Right. You know what I'm saying? We all do. Well, I don't. Right. But I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, and when it comes down to rappers, everybody got some gangster shit out there, period. Because you gotta match the track. You know what I'm saying? You gotta match, the feeling in the room, whatever it may be. And you're an artist, you have to be versatile. Right. And if you're not versatile, then you're just a one daggone show pony, and that's all you are. You know what I mean? You are, period.
That's all you are. That's how you gonna say.
Yeah, I couldn't. You saw I had to change it. Anyway, but so what helps you stay mentally good in the game? Like, what keeps you mentally straight in the game?
I mean, I just do me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Do you let social media get to you at any times?
I just don't entertain it because it's easy to be consumed,
Yeah.
I'm human. I can't even act like I don't be on watching the videos and laughing at the TikToks and all that. You just gotta leave it alone. Just you really gotta structure yourself, give yourself a time frame. Your phone shows you how long you be on your phone. Or some phone, my phone does.
Yeah.
It show you how long you spend on a certain app and everything like that. And I don't know. I feel like you just gotta, sometimes.
I just wanted to show the people Audacity's screen time, but never mind.
Leave my phone alone.
But listen, I know you're doing research.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Just gotta try to stay off of it, man.
Yeah, man. I can't. I don't be on my phone like that. I might, if I am on my phone, I might be playing some on YouTube while I'm driving home. You know what I'm saying? Like listening while I'm driving, like it's a radio. You feel me? But just even like say it's my show or something. Make sure you tune into www.youtube.com/BehindBackstage and make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a show. We got the one and only Cool Peoples in the building. But yeah, like I said, that was a very shameful plug that I had to do on purpose. So, what was your first celebrity crush? Cool. Near Long. Who? Like who, son? Like was it the Holly Berries? I mean, you said you were '80s baby, so I'm like I can relate with you. Like sometimes they be talking about some young. I be like I don't know if I can even say that. Who you like? Real talk.
I'm trying to think of my very first.
You know what I'm
if
saying?
I can think
like,
of my
about,
first crush.
Laura from what was Laura from?
What are you talking about for Family Matters?
Family Matters.
No,
yeah,
she was bad though.
I'm saying like when we were growing up, these are the chicks.
Times.
You know what I'm saying? We saw, huh?
It was the sister from Good Times.
The sister from Good Times. Which one?
The one who used to always get into it with JJ.
Okay, the sister. Yeah. All right. Thelma.
Yeah.
Thelma. Yeah. Okay. All right, bet that up.
Yeah, that was. Oh, we.
Mm-hmm. I feel you. What was the other thing? Audacity was supposed to ask this question. Is tell me about your first girlfriend. Now, Angie was supposed to ask that question. Audacity.
What?
I mean, was supposed to ask the question about tell me about your first girlfriend.
Well, you already are reading off the question.
I'm not, but you were supposed to ask that question because the first supposed to be. Go ahead. First girlfriend, bro. You remember your first girlfriend?
Yeah, I remember my first girlfriend.
All right, so
look, he said remember, and his phone went off. No, I'm a side.
I remember my first girlfriend. Yes.
Do you remember the first girl that broke your heart?
Yes.
Now, how old were you at that time?
I was a teenager, young player.
So how did that affect you as a young player? Were you being a player at that time, or were you just like devoted to that one girl when she broke your heart? Because I know like sometimes, let's be 100. Like what happens is let's be real. When it comes down to guys, a lot of times what happen is that we have the first girlfriend or whatever. They may break our heart. And it's like, shit ain't happening again. Let me go ahead and have this chick right here. Over here.
I definitely I put up a guard. It was a trust issue thing, but unbeknownst to me though, you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You didn't even know.
Yeah, until later, recently. Same thing without not having a father. A lot of things I realized like, oh, okay, yeah, this stemmed from that. You get what I'm saying?
Now, have you ever picked on a kid because their father was around them?
Because they did have a father. Nah.
Yeah, because I mean, reason I'm asking that question because we had this we was having this conversation recently, and I had met one of the. I mean, I saw somebody that I went to school when I was younger, and the problem why they were bothering me at the time or picking on me at the time was because my dad was coming to pick me up every single day or whatever at that time, and I didn't know. I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying? Why you have a problem with, like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, sometimes kids have things more deep down that they don't know even occur. You know what I'm saying? But they are mad because of something else. So they're like, you know what? I'm going to find something wrong with that person. You feel me?
Yeah.
So That was something. So have you ever? I'm not saying you did it
Not
deliberately,
him, but that's what happened to him.
But that's
so
what happened to me personally.
The guy said that's why they used to pick on him.
Yeah,
No,
that's,
it
that's what happened.
makes sense though.
Yeah.
I ain't saying it was right.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
I
yeah.
totally get it.
Yeah.
Like I want.
And this was going to a Catholic school. I went to the Catholic school for 1 year, and this was going to a was it 1 year or 2 years? I went to Catholic school for 1 or 2 years, and then this was at a damn supposed to be a private school, whatever. It's not supposed to be, like public schools and shit like that. So it's not supposed to be the same bullshit, but it was a worse bullshit in that damn school than it was in the public school.
Okay, you got kicked out the public school and got put into the Catholic school, and you got kicked out the Catholic school, went back to public school.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, sometimes mothers and other people like to over exaggerate, but okay.
I'm saying like I wouldn't pick on them. I wouldn't like where I'm from. We didn't play that bully shit, even though we did bully things.
Of course, everybody
Right.
bullied.
I done some dumbass shit.
Of course.
Excuse me, I done some stupid things. But I'm saying this to say, right? Okay. We didn't pick on those types, but depending on the type of father you had, most of them were looked at as the weaker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The weaker pack, I should say. Yeah.
Okay, that's
It was
what's up.
idiotic, obviously, but
I feel you.
that was in our society.
I mean, that's just how it was in a period. You know what I'm saying? Even, like my father back in the day, he had a white girlfriend, and it was not okay, you know what I'm saying, to have a white girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got messed with by him having a white damn girlfriend.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's just like, you know what I mean, times have changed, you know what I mean? And people say things haven't changed, but times have changed, but things still need to get even better. But on top of that, man, what was the first song like you made?
I don't remember the first song I made. I don't think I remember the first song I made. Not the first original song I made.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
All right, but you remember the first rapper you did?
Yeah, like, I don't remember it verbatim either, but I remember, like, around the time. But, yeah, it was in middle school, fresh out of elementary.
So you always wanted to be a rapper, period, huh?
Sports and rap, yeah. I don't know.
Out of all your music you've made, what's been your favorite song?
It's an unreleased song, and it's called Untitled. I ain't put it out yet.
Okay.
Probably my favorite song.
Now, do you feel that because you haven't released that song, or do you think that before you created that song, you had another song that was your favorite?
No, I just feel like it embodied me as an artist, you know. Everybody got that one song. Even though they don't, but
Yeah.
each of us have a song we can identify an artist with. Some may be with Tupac, it may be Dear Mama, it may be Changes. But I feel like that'll be the one that I identify myself with.
So it'd be like your changes type shit.
Yeah, type shit.
I feel you. Now, when was the first time you heard your music on the radio?
97.7 is an underground radio station, Pure Funk. And it was really in my neighborhood in Liberty City, right across the street from Pokemon Projects. So that was the first time. But what they call it, Big Brother
Commercial?
or Brother? Yeah, commercial. It was probably 99 Jams, and then it was shout out to
Papa Keith?
Shout out to Papa Keith. Shout out to VP Booking. It was VP Booking, and it was Papa Keith. Yeah, big shout out to Papa Keith though, man. He really do the work he talk about. He be 10 toes down in the community. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
shout out to Papa Keith.
Shout out to Papa Keith, man.
That's
I
a
love
real one.
I love what Papa Keith do, man. I've been talking to him, man. We gonna get him in the station, but every time like have him locked in, somebody else will book him real quick, and I can't match their price because I ain't paying nothing, son. I'm just not paying nothing. I'm being real, son. I love Papa. I love you, bro. I love you. But yo, for real, what's the first island you visit?
oh, that's easy. Miami.
That's the first island you ever visited was Miami?
Yeah, it's the only island I've been to. That's a peninsula, right?
It
so I don't
is.
care, it's not
I
an
feel
island,
you.
it's a peninsula.
I feel you. It's just, It feels like it, man. You can't. The way South Beach in Miami is now, bro. It's like it's
Miami's
crazy.
the best island. Miami's the best state. Miami's the best continent. If you know, you know. Don't question me. They gonna be in the comments. That's not an island. Shut up.
Tell them, son. So, do you remember your first performance?
Yeah, it was in middle school. Black History performance. Very, very
dope. First studio you worked out of?
The Closet.
Where?
But I guess you mean booth, professional studio.
Professional studio, I guess. Even if it was a hood studio, but
yeah, it was a hood studio though, for sure. Definitely a hood studio.
All right. If you was in charge of Spotify, what would you change?
The percentage. Some people give you point something like that. I don't know. That's what I would change. Yeah, I would change the.
How much would you give an artist if you were that person of Spotify? Because you got to still remember from a business perspective as well.
I'm not familiar on how they make their revenue. If they have another stream of revenue, I would give them 100%. But if their only revenue is the streaming, which I think it is, that's why they pay so little to the artists, I'd probably go 50-50, 60-40, because it is my platform. I do want to make money. But it is your merch. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I would do it.
But if you didn't own the platform and you were like the CEO, so you didn't own it, but you were in charge of it.
It'll still be the same.
Same shit?
That'll be what I would be pitching.
Okay.
Now,
you
obviously,
know the board ain't going for that.
That's all I was going to say. If the board already got this structure in place, I'm not going to go against what's paying me. It's obviously working. You're giving them pennies and making millions. You're paying me millions.
But how do you restructure something like that?
I wouldn't if I'm the CEO and I'm getting paid, if I'm profiting from it.
So you just got to deal with it.
They don't care about music. They're not musicians.
But even though you are an artist yourself, but you are the CEO. Artist became CEO.
Me myself, like that's how I am now.
Yeah. Artist became CEO. Like,
okay.
say they just fired dude for saying they just fired the guy. Breaking news. They just fired the CEO of Spotify for saying racist comments. And Cool Peoples is now the new CEO of Spotify. Cool, tell us what you're doing to change Spotify.
I don't know because I don't even use it. But what I would do is I would change the splits, though. That's what I would do.
You change the split.
I would definitely change the splits. I would definitely. And I would create a whole section just for the indie artists. And it'll be broken down into regions, like Chitlin Circuit, North. I have the West just for the indie artists.
That's smart. That's very.
There's
very
so
smart.
many of them. There's more than
it is. They don't get it though. They
artists.
don't get it. But anyway, on top of it, man, what would be the best advice you can give someone or an artist like yourself? Someone, period.
I'm gonna keep it cliche. Be yourself.
Okay. Now, what's the best you can give to an artist?
Be yourself.
I was gonna say.
Now, what would you have told your younger self?
I can't say that on here.
Okay. All right. We won't go there.
He said, I shouldn't have meant that. That wrong person.
I can't say that on here.
It was the manager that he should have never signed with. We know who that person is. Anyway, let me see. For shucks and buck a jock. If you owned your own record label, bro, what would you do to make it the best record label ever?
I'm not even sure. Like, that's a real broad question. So many things I can do.
Okay, let me go ahead. Let me break it down this way. What's the best record label out there? Do you think? Oh, never mind, because you got deals on the table. I don't want you to even say that. So, let me go to the original question: is if you were in charge of a major record label, what would you change about it, and what would you do to make it the best record label ever?
If I was a record label, first thing I would do, if I just, like you just said, somebody got fired, boom, I just got appointed CEO. I would let artists buy their masters back.
All the artists, you got to remember now. Let's be clear. As a CEO, you got to remember everybody's making money. The business is making money off the artist. You can give. So what you're saying is you're giving the opportunity.
Yeah, you can buy your master. You can buy your master.
But you're not lowering the price of whatever it is. But you're gonna give them the opportunity to buy their master.
No. The way we gonna do this is you gonna buy your master back, right? We're gonna negotiate, see what it's worth. You can buy your masters back. You just gotta give me another album, and you keep the masters to that album.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if it was gonna be if it's a certain amount of time invested.
Yeah, you gotta get something else.
Yeah.
So I'm not just giving you this for the heck of it. You know what I'm saying? So give me another album. We're gonna do it the same way we did all these other points back in.
But do they keep the masters for the
They
new
keep
album?
their masters for that too.
The last time they can keep that one.
Yeah, they can keep their masters for that too.
Do you just want your original joints?
That's what I would do for the record.
I mean, for the other people, excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. If it was the artist buying, they will be able to buy their masters and even you say one more album, and then they can buy that master too.
Yeah, they can have their masters.
They can have it.
Yeah.
You're not even selling it to them.
Nah, I ain't gonna sell that one to them.
Wow. Okay, that's some dope shit, man. That's some real dope shit.
I'm sabotaging the companies. I'm running them in the ground.
Yo, I can't knock you. I feel you. And then, how would you run this country if you were president? Like, what's 5 things that you would do if you was president?
Off the top of my head, intoxicated. I would empower more women. I would focus more on poverty, like homeless. That's crazy.
Homeless is bad.
The youth would be number 3. Somehow.
Definitely got to do something.
Nationally, we got to improve that. Nationally, on a national scale, we got to improve that. 4th thing would be the prison system. That shit crazy. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Just period. From a human standpoint, period. That don't make no sense. And last but not least, I don't know, man. The last thing will have to be something political. It'll have to be something political. I don't know what it will be, but it'll have to be political. It'll probably be helping the vets. A lot of them come home and don't have nothing. A lot of them come home and don't know where to go. They don't know if they coming or going. Like, I'll probably help the vets.
Okay.
That'll probably be my top 5.
That's what's up.
Off the top of my head, yeah.
All right, man. Well, I was trying to make the soundboard work, but it won't work in time to give you your clap and your applause. So, one, I want to thank you for coming to the show, my brother. Like, for real, man. God bless you. And I want to see more great things happen for you, man. It's about to be another great year that's about to happen, and about to see some more great things happening for you. And you ready to get into some movies, man? You ready to get in acting? You ready to do it, son?
Yeah, man. Y'all know some folks with casting?
Yes,
yeah,
I do.
Definitely do. But
it's one coming up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Where's the next casting?
I'll tell you after we get off of here.
Yeah. We got like, man.
I'm serious.
Y'all hear them saying this now.
Real talk.
I'm gonna tell you as soon as we get up off of here. Okay.
Yeah, I hear them saying
All
this
right.
now.
Man, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's out there, man, doing what they doing, man. I want to definitely give a shout out to my brother, A.K. Reed, Deuce King, everybody out there from Conflicted to Pure Finesse to everything they doing right now, man. Griselda Films, West Side Gun, Benny the Butcher, everybody, man. You know what I mean? Conway, The Machine, everybody that's out there doing it, man. Not just for the city, but just for hip hop too. You feel me? And like these urban movies that we used to have, that we grew up on, they died out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you remember the drinks you would see with Master P and like, remember those drinks that you grew up on?
I
like
got the hook up,
the hood
the
drink.
Last
I got
Dawn.
the hook up and Yeah, like all those joints you grew up on, we don't see these anymore. And now, not that they're doing a comedy, but they're doing real life shit. They're telling real street stories. You know what I'm saying? In movies. You know what I'm saying? So I love what they doing, and the movies are excellent, man. I'm gonna tell you to check out the movie Conflicted. Conflicted 2 is coming soon. I gotta be in the daggone joint, so I'm telling you, it's coming up.
I want to be an actor, man. I can get my acting on, man.
That's what we talking about. We gotta get them everywhere, man. So yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. Anybody want to give a shout out to got the audacity?
Say hello to my little friend.
Anything
I
you
can
want?
play in. I'm just playing.
Anybody want to give a shout out to audacity?
Yo, shout out to my family. Shout out, man, to all those I rock with. You know who you are.
That's what I'm talking about. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that notification bell, and make sure y'all go to youtube.com. Yeah, what am I talking about? Go to youtube.com/BehindBackstage.
Yeah.
And y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and notification bell and everything else behind it, man. It's one thing that we didn't do that we going to do with a man, and it's going to be the
hold on. There's one thing I gotta. Yeah, there's one thing that I do gotta say. Everybody, go ahead, go to YouTube, go look up Cool Peeple.
Oh yeah,
go
do that.
Go
do that.
Everywhere. Go run them numbers up. He got new music out here. He got that song "Be Right." Was it Right Back?
Right Back.
So go ahead, go run those numbers up.
Now, where is that at, Cool People, for the people to know how they going to listen to it? Where is it at? How they listen to it?
Just dropped Right Back last night.
Is it on Spotify?
Only. It's everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's everywhere.
For now.
Okay, y'all better listen. He said for now, before he take it down. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Listen to it, man. It's nothing but fire.
More fire.
More fire. All right, we got this segment called Who Raised You? And we're going to play this real quick.
3, 2, 1. Okay. I'm ashamed. I didn't know.
What is wrong with you people? Who raised you?
Who raised you?
Mm-hmm. So it's America who raised you. All right. So now we are going to have to talk about this Jerry Jones situation before you get out of here. Cool. We got to get your opinion, man. Now, Jerry Jones was in a picture when he was about 14 years old. He said he was an onlooker of the crowd of when they were trying to stop African Americans getting into, school. So how do you feel about that? And then we're going to get up out of here.
So the picture came out and what he was doing?
I'm going to pull it up for you.
He claims he was just onlooking.
The word claims, you use that loosely, like.
He claims, allegedly.
So you think he was participating in them?
I don't know.
He
says he wasn't.
And what's stirring up the internet? What's the internet mad about today?
All right, let me see if we can show the photo real quick.
I want to know
America.
Why they mad at that man?
All right, so this is the picture. I want to show the people the picture. All right, so right here is Jerry Jones. That's the guy right there. Okay, that's him.
That's the Cowboys owner, right?
That's the Cowboys owner right here. Okay, and these is the brothers trying to get into school. This guy right here seriously has a problem with him. Of course, the people right here got a problem with him, but Jerry's right there. Okay, other people behind Jerry, got cameras and it's other people. But do you think one thing is that he may have been a part of that? Or do we all F up when we 14 or something like that?
I feel like we F up when we're 30 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus, 20 plus. Well, this is a picture. I cannot say what he was or was not doing from a still picture from 1925.
1957.
I can't tell.
1957.
I can't tell either. It just look like he looking.
That's the internet.
Now though, let's be 100% honest. When it came down to the Kyrie, the Kanye situation and the movie and what Kanye was saying, I'll take away Kanye because Kanye has been talking every single day, so I'll take Kanye out the daggone situation. But when it goes to Kyrie and him just making a post, right?
Word.
He didn't write any words or anything behind it. You know what I'm saying? So they got mad at his post, and they didn't let it drop. They would not let it drop. They just played it every single day. This Jerry Jones thing come out, and you hear about it like one time. You didn't even hear about it.
Word.
So you heard the Kanye. You heard the Kyrie Irving issue, right?
Yeah.
But you ain't hear nothing about the Jerry Jones issue. So the one and only LeBron James had a problem about it, man. So LeBron has something to say, though. LeBron was like, bro, like, how come y'all asking me? I mean, y'all not asking me about Jerry Jones. I mean, the Jerry Jones situation. You know what I'm saying? Nobody, they were asking he said, but y'all was asking me everything when it came down to Kyrie. So, you understand how media changes, huh?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm always told myself I want to speak on this type of stuff in public.
Well, we're not talking about anything racial or anything like that.
I feel like
we're talking about media. I want to make sure we're 100% clear. We're not talking about. We're just talking about media in general. It's just that it's more. All right, it is a sense of bias. It's a sense of bias when it comes down to, because when African Americans do something wrong, bro, look how they did OJ. Before he was proven guilty or innocent, excuse me, however y'all want to consider it. But when everything happened with OJ, time darkened OJ's image to make him look more darker.
Who gave OJ that image?
Huh?
Who gave OJ that image?
It wasn't who gave OJ that image. It was that it was one of his booking images. Like they took a booking image and darkened it up to make him look darker, to look more like a black man versus a lighter person, because the light that flashed on him made him look lighter a little bit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they darkened the image to make him look more darker and vicious.
Word.
You know what I mean? Like, you know how when it comes down to photography, a person's lighting can go ahead and depict the picture. Especially when it comes down to videos and movies. You know what I'm saying? When it's really dark, you know something scary may happen or something take place. So lighting changes the mode, everything, your feelings inside you. Even though you don't know, psychologically, it's doing it. So that's what they did. So when it comes down to something like that, that's what the media did back then. They're still doing it to this day when they don't want to, or even when it's a person that has a lot of money. Because you can't say when Kanye's a person that has a lot of money and they didn't, quiet anything like that. But this is a guy that has a lot of money that did something in the past, or it's an image out there. He admits that that's him in the image, but he was just an onlooker. But media does not portray him anyway.
I mean, I feel like that's how it's supposed to be, I think. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, let me show you what LeBron said. Let me show you what LeBron said.
It's about the Jerry Jones photo.
Hold on one second. Let me bring that back.
I was wondering why I haven't gotten a question from you guys about the Jerry Jones photo. But when the Kyrie thing was going on, you guys were quick to ask us questions about that.
Okay.
Hold on. And I don't even want you guys to say nothing. When I watched Kyrie talk and he says, I know who I am, but I want to keep the same energy when we're talking about my people and the things that we've been through. And that Jerry Jones photo is one of those moments that our people, black people, have been through in America. And I feel like, as a black man, as a black athlete, as someone with power and a platform, when we do something wrong or something that people don't agree with, it's on every single tabloid, every single news coverage. It's on the bottom ticker. It's asked about every single day. But it seems like to me that the whole Jerry Jones situation photo, and I know it was years and years ago and we all make mistakes, I get it. But it seemed like it's just been buried under like, oh, it happened. Okay, we just move on. And I was just kind of disappointed that I haven't received that question from you guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on.
I feel like when you work for somebody, man, and people tell you what to wear to work, people tell you what time to be at work, they tell you how to conduct yourself at work. These guys aren't my leaders. My leader told me media make the innocent look guilty, the guilty look innocent. You guys know who said that? Malcolm X said that.
Yeah. I was about to say Martin Luther King, but I was sure it was Malcolm X.
Malcolm X said that. That's exactly what's going on here. I ain't surprised, man. Hey, yo, you sit down and you become a millionaire, billionaire with them people, and now you go against what them people say, you can't get mad. If we ran an all-black basketball league or rap industry and we let other cultures in, like, let's say, perfect example, Eminem with rap. I heard Boosie say the other day, any white rapper is extremely blessed to be in this culture, which is true.
It is.
If they go against our rules and go saying the N-word and all that, they're going to pay for the consequences at every show, at every this, at every that. It's going to get disrespectful. Same thing over here. You ain't finna become a billionaire and a millionaire with these people, and then you think you can share something that stands against their religion.
That's real.
Don't go sit with the devil one day and come cry for help. I'm not saying they are. You're a billionaire with them people. You're a millionaire with them people. Now, things ain't going on their terms. It's a problem.
But the whole thing is again back to the media. The whole thing is the media portray African Americans in a certain way, as black people in a certain way.
What black media outlet do we have? I watch TMZ all the time. That shit all white to me. I don't see
It is. But we got Behind Backstage. You know what I'm saying? We got Behind Backstage network coming soon for everybody, man. We gonna get Cool People's his own podcast. Look what they talking about, man.
Until then, though, you gotta be we gotta be ready to have the narrative pushed their way.
Exactly. I mean, I got because what they want to go was like, is there any way to like? You have uplifting music, you know what I'm saying? You have music that talks about you coming out the grind, but you're not talking about killing anybody. You're not talking about hurting anybody, and everything is positive. You know what I'm saying? Is that a enemy when it comes down to this industry? Because the industry itself is promoting a lot more negativeness and about the flashy things versus you not wearing a chain and everything.
Yeah, it could be if you let it. Like, it's all about your end goal, you know. It's more of an asset to me, you know what I'm saying? So, I let everybody do what everybody want to do. They kind of on like I-95 rush hour. I'm just taking the back streets. I'm in my own lanes. Ain't nobody on the road with me. It's good. So...
So you like the way that you drive it right now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the way that they might want you to drive, you don't want to go ahead and take that route.
Nah, it don't work like that. But sometimes you may have to change course and actually take a different route. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes the passageway you wanted to go may be blocked off. You may have to hop on I-95, you know, and then get back to your back streets.
Man,
it be like that.
That's real.
For sure.
Real. Man,
I'm sure y'all can understand, you know, y'all on that grind, man. Y'all ain't doing what everybody else doing, you know what I'm saying?
And then you know, there's certain ways that you got to conform for everybody else to acknowledge you.
Yeah,
I agree. Because if I'm not, to be real, I will have to go ahead and do something negative or, you know what I'm saying, make you talk about this person or whatever it may be. I'm not doing that. That's what our platform is. Our platform isn't about that. So it's like we're not going to be that. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that was great in the interview, of course we're going to go ahead and use that. But we're not going to go ahead and try to start something or make something into something. You feel me? It's a lot of, you know what I mean? Like back, even reason that Charlamagne who he is right now is because of all the crazy things he would say to artists when they came there. As time went on, he gradually changed because he wanted to be in a different place. He saw how many people was hating him. It's like Wendy Williams. She was hated around the damn world, but people still need to go do her show in order for them to go ahead and, but everybody had to hear the gossip, so they paid attention to Wendy. So Wendy's no longer there. The gossip thing is no longer there. And what is they doing with Wendy's money? How do you make all that money and they take it from you? How is that possible, bro?
I mean, social media kind of pushed her out. Like, you get gossip firsthand now. You ain't got to wake up and wait till the show come on. As soon as you open your eyes and hit that eye, oh, somebody fought.
Yeah.
Somebody dead.
Yeah, but I mean, that she
dropped
talks
the song.
about it afterwards. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything is news afterwards. Even though you see it. See, I felt the same way, right?
Yeah.
Until I realized I was like, it's more like if somebody's doing the same thing you're doing, then why go ahead and do it? You know what I'm saying? But it's somebody's perception and understanding or somebody's opinion as well. So if my opinion about something could be better than whatever the other person's opinion is versus what your opinion is, your opinion may be better than my opinion, and they agree with you.
Or sometimes
you know
the people they go against people that they don't agree with their opinion.
And people are always they don't want to follow everybody else, so they go against.
It's a
the
lot
grain.
of factors because it also can be convenience. Like some people, like the internet will show you, Breakfast Club may review it, Wendy may review it, but you probably can't go to YouTube and look at the review. You probably literally work at a job that may have Wendy on. So when she giving the dish, that's when you're getting the dish. You probably work at a job that have no TVs, they got a radio. So when Breakfast Club on in the morning, they giving out their dish, you hearing the rumor report. It's all about, also convenient. You may be a satellite person, so some people be on satellite radio.
Yep.
And if you are a phone person, you're probably looking at everybody who has a podcast, who posted it on the social medias. But yeah, it's the different factors,
Like you said, a lot is about convenience, and then other
opinions.
about opinions and
that's
everything else out there, man. So
that's real.
We about to play this right back. We played that Kangaroo. We gonna play this right back before we get up out of here, cause he right back, son. And before we get up out of here, we playing his video, man.
Excuse me, can I have those in a size 10? That's that fly throwback. Yo, that's that retro joint. Let me get that in the large, please.
I need you to give the people all your social media and everything. Look at that camera. Give everybody the social media, everything.
Follow me at Cool Peeple, COOLPEEPLE. Spread love, Black Power. All platforms.
Is that I love Cool Peoples?
I love Cool People on Instagram, but if you type Cool People in, though, I love Cool People will pop up too.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Yo, y'all better check out Cool Peoples, man. One of the illest artists out there, believe me. All right, so right here is this right back, man. It's right now, boy. Just drop, man. 2023, baby. Y'all don't even know yet. Watch it happen.
You got these in a 34? Excuse me, can I have those in a size 10? That's that fly throwback. Yo, that's that retro joint. Let me get that in the large, please. You got these in a 34?
I need them in all black.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I probably need them in a 36.
I need all black.
Matter of fact, let me get both sides. I'm finna go check them out.
Look, check this out. Look.
Oh, look at them socks, yo. We gotta get them socks, yo, for sure. Hey. Spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. I'ma spend a little money, get it right back. Real niggas on top, they don't like that. Ay. Spend a little money, get it right back. I'ma spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. Real niggas on top, they don't like that. Ay. Spend a little money, get it right back. They dogs all bark, they don't bite back. Heard the feds throwing bait, won't bite that. We done ran through the biz, but you wife that. Niggas ran up, you ain't even fight back. Heard he spent on you, you ain't even snipe back. You got a ghostwriter, you ain't even write that. Word on the street, you ain't even like that. Jumped in the game and I came through blasting. Video shoot with the high-end fashion. Glock 9 on me while I'm all in traffic. PlayStation 2, cause my shit so classic. Straight to the top, man, a nigga can't stop. Made it off to her head, straight to the block. She got a pretty face, but she facing a lot. No FaceTime call, through my face in the box. Ain't chasing the clout, ain't changing the route. Ain't taking no shorts, better have my mouth. She seen my account, now I'm all in her house. Like a fucking tongue ring, I be all in her mouth. Gotta stay strapped, can't take nothing from me. Big old player, I ain't going back bumming. $100 bills, blue face like Sonic. Nigga scared money, don't make no money. I had to tell him, spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. I'ma spend a little money, get it right back. Real niggas on top, they don't like that. Spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. Real niggas on top, they don't like that, like that. Spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. Real niggas on top, they don't like that. Spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. Spend a little money, get it right back. Real niggas on top, they don't like that, like that. See, we know you don't like to see us on top. But see, as the globe spin, as the world turn, we gon' get this money. We gon' keep giving back to our people. We gon' keep spending it on black people. We gon' keep spending it with black people. Shout out to all my Latinos. We all one, y'all. Get to this money, man. Let's spend this money. Hey, get it right back. Cool people.
Hey, this is Lavelle Crawford, and I'm on Behind Backstage podcast. Keep listening. You got 700, turn it into 700 million.
It's your boy DJ Newkirk, the king of podcasts. You are now listening to Behind Backstage.
Cool people. So this right here, my pride had to pick it back up. Safe got low, had to fill it back up. I done had some my heart, but it's healing back up. It ain't hard to get sex, but it's hard to get love. Times get hard, tell me who do I hug? Everybody ops.